Live.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day.
So pretty okay.
Yeah, good, good. I had tacos for Mother's Day, so it was particularly good for me.
Taco Mom Day.
Yeah, it's a baller Mother's Day. I got to spend it with my best friend's family. Because my mama lives on the other side of the country, but I did call my mom and grandma. That's always important.
I called
Hey,
my
I love
grandma
my mom
too.
and grandma. Don't you laugh at me. I love
Hee
them because they deal with me talking about nerdy shit.
I called
Anyways,
I called my grandmother too. It was a very short but sweet conversation, so
yeah, my grandma loves to talk. Anyways, last we left off, the party rested in Windhelm before setting off to get another black book from the place they had previously been, a place that gave them a deep sense of fear when entering it, Morvunsker. Inside, they found it unnaturally dark, and the only way Glarier knew where he was going was through innate knowledge and guidance from his patron. Soon after spotting a very large dead spider in a room that clearly had been killed by the Dragonborn years ago, the rest of the party had joined them after noticing Glarier and Caldron had been gone for an hour, while it seemed to pass less time seemed to pass for the two, deep down in the depths of Morvunsker. After negotiating with a few frostbite spiders that seemed to have been displaced by something deep within, the party collected an odd spider trinket and moved on to collect the Black Book. The group found the book protected by a spider daedra that seemed to have entered this place through a portal in the ceiling. A fight ensued, and with the help of Talison's new servant, Gay Tagroth, they killed the spider daedra, forcing its servants to flee back through the closing portal. Glarior then communed with the book, and at the end of the winding path in Apocrypha, he was greeted by Hermaeus Mora. There he was named his champion for his efforts and told that the rest of the Black Books were safe for the time being. Upon his return, the group promptly retreated from the spider-infested ruins and made their way to Whiterun, where Thribby handed over pieces of woo thread he collected to Codlac, the leader of the companions, the Harbinger, and then did a blacksmithing order with Yorlin Greymane up at the Skyforge, involving a lot of silver. The party then left for Winterhold. There, nearly getting scammed by Neria at the entrance of the college, they met up with Sigrid Stormhand, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. There she revealed to Alira that transferring an enchantment from one object to another was exceedingly difficult to impossible, depending upon the mage. But she also revealed that Alira's grandfather had locked a hidden enchantment on her spell/recipe book. At the end, after this discovery, they teleported to Sentinel, then drove their recollected cart to Wayrest, where they rode into the city at midnight. And this is where we pick up, as the group enters the sleeping capital of High Rock, under the light of the stars and the moon. And you guys will find that the streets are fairly empty except for a few drunkards who are wandering around. And there is like an inn like front and center in the city, like a little bit down the steps in the shadow of the palace, called the King's Rest. It is a little bit of a nicer inn.
um well, as they enter, his Taliesin would turn to Alira, wherever she is in the cart.
Her
So,
face is just on a swivel, staring at everything.
so, you happy to be back or not?
I've never been here.
Oh,
It's
my
my first
mistake. I
time
thought
in
it.
High Rock.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. She's my mistake. She is from Solitude, but her ancestral home, her family's ancestral home is Wayrest,
Ah.
where her grandfather is from.
Well, if you are you happy to be in your home country then at least?
I'm excited and nervous. Stomach feels a bit like a ball of knots. I've only heard of this place through my grandpa's stories, but the way that he spoke of it, it sounded really cool.
One thing you do know is that Gerard is from here. He traveled to Solitude for your grandfather's funeral. And seeing as the distance is honestly not too terrible, he would go and visit every now and then.
And some people that I'd like to talk to here. Old friends and all.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear. Good. And Tals will direct the cart towards where the stable is.
Do you want us to come visit, or do you want to go and meet people by yourself?
It is the middle of the night.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess tomorrow's fine.
And Alira, you would know that Gerard, while friendly, is a kind of a private man. Introducing him to a bunch of new people, all at once, would be, a little overwhelming, seeing as he is a very busy dude as well. Because you do know he works within the palace here in Wayrest. And he would honestly say, if you introduced everybody to him, he would say, I don't have time to talk to all your friends right now. I just have enough time to talk to you.
I think it would be better if I went by myself for this one. The person I'm meeting works in the palace, so it might be easier for me to just meet with them.
Okay.
For me
That's
to
not a
just meet.
problem.
That makes sense to me.
But
Understood.
you also do know he works pretty late. He's a busy dude.
Aaron is far more interested in the city sights than any of that.
So, you have an inn right in front of you. It will be probably about 5 silver a day to park your cart and horse. Or horses, in this case.
That's fine.
Okay. You can also pay ahead if you so wish. It's up to you.
How many days, roughly, are we till the actual start of the conference?
5.
5. Wow.
End of the week.
Okay, so that's... Cool. I'll
So
note
you
that
have
down.
some time. Hey guys, you want to go run the Wayrest Sewers 2 dungeon?
Hell yeah.
Lol.
Mhm.
I heard it's this week's Undaunted.
Oh my god, bruh.
Gotta go get
I
our
need this-
keys, guys.
I need to up the skill line.
Get them keys!
I need all this down for a fight.
What was that, Tiny?
No, I was just saying Tiny's always down for a fight.
Yeah. Of course he is.
Alright, well, after he sets the horses in the, stable, gonna go set up in the inn.
So a room in the King's Rest is 10 gold per room, and each room has 2 beds. And there's currently 6 of you.
Talzin's not taking a room.
Oh, right, yeah, you don't sleep. It's...
He needs to be all edgy and
he
front of
needs
the-
to edgelord off in a fucking corner.
Yes.
Tiny just like, I mean, I know you don't need to sleep, but do you want to sleep?
Not really. No.
He
Okay.
has dark circles under his eyes.
He's starting to slowly look more and more like a raccoon, but a well-groomed raccoon.
Tiny like wants to point out, but he just shakes that as like, nope. I
Next-
guess
Getting
Next
a
thing you know,
thousand
he's
gold in
gonna
these
start
bags.
chittering and digging through trash cans.
Oh gosh.
Jesus.
Tiny, I guess, pays for his room. And he's like, I mean, if anyone wants to, they can take the other bed, and then he's gonna just walk up to, I guess, wherever his room is.
Okay.
You
So
said
for three rooms, that's 30 gold per night.
Tiny will pay for just his.
Yeah, I can cover one of the rooms.
Okay.
And we'll pay for his as well.
Okay, so that's all the rooms covered. Now you can pair off and get some fucking sleep because it's midnight. I love that your characters sleep better than I do. Live vicariously through them.
Farron does not sleep well.
Okay, fair. Blue-haired lady in the corner. High fives, Farron. She also looks very tired. With that, is there anything you want to do for the rest of the night before we speed to the morn?
Just out of curiosity, because Talzin's gonna spend like the first half of the night just probably looking around Wayrest, because he's never been there, and it's gonna be quiet, so he won't have to be bothered by anyone. Is there anything of note in the actual town?
In the actual town, you will notice as you pass by like the like a different set of stables a little bit further down along the north road, because you came in from the south. So along the north road, you will see 3 horses in Stormcloak colors. You will also see a couple horses, or no, they actually teleported. You will also notice a couple horses in Argonian motifs.
Gotcha. I'm surprised they're not guars.
Yeah, I thought about doing guars. I really did, but horses and guars are both fairly close. Horses from Cyrodiil and guars from Morrowind, so...
Okay, so we know that the Telvanni people are not here yet.
As far as you know, they could have teleported because they're magical motherfuckers, okay?
Well, to be fair, when we contacted them, it sounded like they were traveling, so...
Yeah.
well,
They
we'll
could
see.
have been going to pick up to VC Redoran. They could have, been waiting. Maybe getting Sawdry.
Drop those weapons, murderer.
So, you're just gonna explore the city? Well, it's a very windy city. A lot of circular paths, cobblestone, kind of like you have wood framing with plastered walls and actually well-made windows. It's not like the thick courts you would see in Skyrim or just open window holes like you would see in Black Marsh. These are more akin to like what you would see in the richer parts of Cyrodiil. They're thin quartz windows or actually fired glass windows. And this place is actually nice despite like the kind of cooler climate with you can see the fog starting to roll up from the docks. which on the way down to, you do see two places. There is the gentleman's tailor and the ladies' cakery.
Just gonna curiously explore that area real quick.
Yeah, and as you draw close to the gentleman's tailor, you do see some fine Breton-style clothes on like mannequins in the window. You can smell, you can hear a little bit of activity within the ladies' cakery, and you can see like firelight if you look through the quartz windows where there's empty displays for all the sweets. You can see like firelight in the back that they're already getting started with their day and starting to cook things, to bake things to put out in the windows and put up for display for sale.
Does it clearly like indicate that it's open or closed?
It's clearly closed. It's midnight.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just, because you know, baking takes a lot of time. They're just getting their day started really early.
Wow. Okay.
And given that it's midnight and they're already getting started, this place is popular. One thing you do notice, you don't see a cranberry crumble here.
He breathes a sigh of relief.
We're free!
Freedom!
Wait, there's a little bit of paint scratching off that inside. Oh God!
Oh
Dun
no!
dun dun.
Reaches up, scratches off like King's Rest. Oh God, it's the cranberry crumble! You turn in, all of a sudden the inside is a coffee shop.
I'm gonna fucking die, Jesus.
What sorcery is this? No. Anyways, anything else you want to do while the rest of your compatriots rest?
Well, no, I don't think so. I'll probably just go back, keep watch outside the tavern before just going in and reading in the corner somewhere.
Okay. Do that. Seems fairly quiet.
Do you
Nothing of
think-
note.
Do you think Alira could have caught you before you left to do some spell scribing?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
With
Okay.
advantage.
Advantage.
Nice.
Perfect.
Alrighty.
Another little bit of 10% in progression. There you go. With that, dawn slowly comes, and as the sun rises, you do see. Actually, Taliesin, roll a perception check,
My worst roll.
because by this time you would be inside, right?
Yes.
Oh God, yeah. You do see, walking in a hurried pace past the windows down toward the docks, Feldryn.
Oh, cool.
He seems to have a stern but kind of panicked look on his face.
And this is like as soon as I'm heading back to the inn, or as I'm going
While
back
you're-
out.
As you're going back out of the inn in the morning.
Okay, because I was gonna say that Taliesin would have, seeing the bakery, he has an idea. He would go back out really early when he sees the sun rising to go to the bakery. So that fits perfectly, actually.
Yeah, and you see him like hurriedly walking down toward the docks.
What the? Feldryn, what? You all right?
He walks back to you. No.
What's the matter?
Remember how I mentioned my grandson?
Yes.
I heard he might be here.
Oh, that. Oh. Well then, that is that's certainly a bit troublesome, isn't it?
Yes. If you could, I could use some help from you and your friends, and I'll owe you a favor. Or gold, whatever you wish.
Sure. What does he look like?
Half Imperial, half Dunmer. Blue eyes, about the height of an Imperial. A little shorter than me. Clean shaven, short black hair. And he is a magic user.
What's his name again?
Asurin.
How do you spell that?
A-S-U-I. Oh, wait. A-S. Blah, 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 I'll put it into NPCs.
Epic.
A-S-U-R-I-N.
Okay.
And if you want to help, I could use all of you, though granted it would require us to be split into 2 groups. Because I feel myself pulled in 2 directions.
Right. And, remind me, why exactly is it... It sounds a bit stupid of me to ask, Feldryn, but what is the great import of your grandson being here? Does he represent somebody by chance?
There has been people going missing within the city. And he had been spotted here up until about 2 weeks ago. He may be one of them missing people. And if he was overpowered, something is going on.
And do you know how long the disappearances have been occurring?
No, that's why I feel pulled in 2 different directions. I need to simultaneously ask townspeople what has been going on and ask the palace for information. You are a talker. One of your friends is a Breton. And, well, as little of a talker as Glarior is, he seems to get along with you well enough. I could use you 3 going to talk to King Emmerich. Or Alistair, one of his hands. Or Gerard, his spy master. Or Eliune Mirand, his hand.
Just out of curiosity, you said Gerard, right?
Yes, he's the spy master of King Emmerich.
What's his last name?
Lorraine.
Okay. Curious. I'll keep that in mind.
Why is it curious?
Oh, it's just that one of our wonderful party members might be related to him. We could be mistaking that name for somebody else, but Breton names are kind of familiar, and they're also not, as you are sorely aware. Oh, Alira.
It's a good thing I want her to go with you to the palace. Maybe she can get in to speak to Emmerich.
We shall see. We'll definitely see about Glario. Seems to be a bit different with me as of late. Though then again, I was quite different with him not too long ago for very good reasons.
A way to patch things up then, I guess. I could use Caldron, Thribi, and Farron. For a multitude of reasons. One of them missing is a Malmer. And his family does not speak Tamrielic.
Oh. Well, I will, I don't see a problem in helping you, Feldryn. Not as a Neverine, but as a man worried about his family. But
My only family left other than Arin.
Right. I will let the group know after I give them breakfast, alright?
Right. Tell Farron Thribbing Caldron I'll be at the docks. And he hurriedly walks off again.
And after that revelation, Talzin's going to nonchalantly continue back towards the bakery.
Fair enough. I'll help you, but first, pastries.
But first, I gotta butter them up real quick.
I need my egg McMuffin.
Gotta get myself an egg McMuffin. And by this time, you do see a lovely Breton lady with green eyes, and two actually, and they're twins.
Oh boy.
And they are setting out pastries in the cases and in the window display. You almost have to do a double take because you see the first one hair down and loose in soft kind of auburn curls. And then when she steps away, you see her like almost 2 seconds later with a fresh tray, but hair up in a braid setting pastries in the display. It's like, what the? They are twins.
Well, you certainly set your hair up fast enough, even though it's been like a second. Multifaceted, I see.
What? No. You must have seen my sister. I am Valerian.
Oh. Well, pleasure to meet you.
It's no problem. We get this all the time.
Oh.
My sister, and she motions to the one that looks exactly like her, that is Vivian.
Oh. Well, look at that. Well, it was a pleasure to meet both of you. I'm a bit of a tourist, so to speak, but I'm also here on a bit of business as well. What would you two recommend as both a mixture of things for... And he starts recounting, like, the races of people in the party, including himself.
Okay.
And just to clarify, the Bosma is apparently going away from the Green Pact and he wants to try something new. So give him something that you would recommend to someone who's never really had sweets before.
Oh, well, we definitely have a few good things, and Valerian does look to her sister Vivian. What was Veronique's favorite again? Oh, Veronique's favorite was the blueberry cream cheese puff pastry. She motions to a pastry that looks like it's rolled like a croissant, but you see ribbons of blueberry like between the layers, and it is dusted with powdered sugar.
There you go, that looks delightful. I'll take one of those.
All right. And she also points to several other things like a cronut, several like chocolate, like a fruit and chocolate filled. My brain just blanked for a moment. You could almost hear the dial-up tone. Croissants, as well as some donuts and some petit fours.
A what?
Petit four. They're like little tiny pastry little pies. They're little itty bitty pastry pies.
Oh. Are they like fruity?
I'm styling the Breton after the French. Shut up.
I 100% love that.
I'll never forgive the French.
Wow, you have a French hater.
And you should be too.
And you do catch out of the corner of your eye as they pull out several pastries that your friends would like. A French or a Breton silk pie. It is chocolate with cream on top and shavings of chocolate just kind of decorated on the top in the center.
Like
it has a chocolate crust.
Like a full pie?
A full pie.
How much is that? And he'll point over to the silk pie.
That is 5 gold.
Alright. Add that to the pile as well.
All right. For all of this, your total comes to 20 gold.
He will give them 2 platinum.
Okay. And they box up all your goodies for you and place it in a nice, kind of like canvas bag and hand it over to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and you both have a lovely, lovely day.
You as well. Oh, and if you think our names matching is something, we have a lot of siblings and all work for the palace.
Oh, is that right? Interesting.
There's 8 of us in total.
What is your last name, by chance, just so I can recognize them?
Renowned. Our father is Alistair Renown, Master Treasurer of the Crown.
Oh, wonderful. I'll be sure to mention you two by name then.
That would be lovely. Have a nice day. And Valerian does wave at you.
Waves back and then he leaves, getting back to the inn.
And Valerian is my best friend's character.
Hell yeah.
You head back toward the inn, and Talison's holding something that smells very good.
Morning.
And it's even drawing looks from patrons in the inn.
You see Tiny just starting to just not even look at you, but look in your hand, staring what's in your hand. What you got there?
A smoothie? No. No.
What she got there? Smoothie.
He will smile a bit brightly. It's like, well, considering that we learned quite a bit of a troubling things these last couple of days, I thought I'd make our first time in Wayrest, all of us, just a bit more memorable. I made sure to get everything in particular.
Oh God.
I want to do that for the bit so fucking bad, but it would be so weird. Fuck. Just my Daedra just appears out of nowhere. It's just like this styrofoam-looking ass cup that has cranberry crumble written on it, and it's just like you can see the fruity beverage. Oh my god, that's so funny. I want that drawn in a chibi format.
I think I know who owns Cranberry Crumble. The brand.
God.
Chiagorath.
I could see it.
No. That's why it's everywhere.
Honestly. Okay, so Soul, I'm gonna need your help because you did list like a bunch of different pastries. So all I wrote down was the blueberry croissant and the Breton chocolate silk pie.
Yeah.
What else is in the bag?
I basically searched pastries on Pinterest and looked at images, and now I'm hungry.
Hell yeah.
Lyra,
hungry.
her head would kind of just shoot up from her book. She's like, "Is that a bread and silk pie? And
It is.
petit four? And a cronut?"
Indeed it is. You have a good eye for
She's
these
just-
things.
There's also strawberry turnovers, there is cream horns, there's bear claws, there's all sorts of delicious pastries.
And I decided
And
that...
Alira,
Ooh, go ahead.
you distinctly remember each time Gerard came to visit, he would bring a Breton chocolate cream pie, and B, mention the ladies' cakery.
I think she would maybe sample a little bit and she'd be like, "You didn't happen to catch the name of this place, did you?"
Wait a second. I think I have it written down.
Ladies' cakery.
Yes. It is called the Ladies' Cakery. It's down by the docks. It's owned by a pair of, I'm assuming it's a house, House Renault twins. Renault,
Yeah, right,
sorry.
sisters.
Aye,
Their
Sister
sisters
Renault.
work at the palace.
they mentioned that they got about 8 siblings in total, and the father is the treasurer of the palace. So, speaking of
Gerard
which,
would sing the praises of this place.
aye. Considering that they were open around bloody 1 in the morning, they're quite busy, so I decided to go in early and make sure to get something nice for the lot of us. And I wanted to get individual things for everybody. He looks up to Glarior and sees the the disgusted face. Don't worry, I'll hold the bag far away from you, but I got you something specific. And part of your little taste journey that you're going on, eh? And he will take out the boxed up blueberry croissant thing and, like, hand it to him while holding the bag away from him.
I am going to show you the image that I saw when I came up with this. Because I'm an asshole and you're gonna suffer with me.
You know, look at Caldron like, you know what? I don't want to know. Might want to freshen up there, mate.
You're laughing at a meme that I posted in our general chat.
Aaron just fucking rolls his eyes when he sees that.
I think it's the chat, actually.
Yeah, Glarior takes the thing he's offered with noticeable blood under his fingernails.
Oh god.
It's like, I really didn't need to see any of this.
Ooh, extra blood! Licks finger.
You might want to
Morning snack. Meh.
might want to make sure that doesn't mix in with the iron taste you got. It might ruin the flavor.
I fucking hate it here.
Is it because you're not getting anything? Any? Well, Claire and Keldon are.
Oh, say that.
And a treat for you, and a treat for you, and a treat for you, and none for you.
Farron just fucking puts his finger up at Keldon immediately.
Tiny holds out his hand for Taliesin. Like, he's not sure which is his, so he just holds up both hands to get something.
He will hand you a bear claw.
And he's just like devouring it.
Yeah,
Talking
what's...
with the full mouth.
You devour it too quick to get its taste. Good job.
That's the thing in general chat posted is what he handed to Glarior.
Yeah, you see what made me hungry?
I am begging
Oh,
you to
I'm
roll.
starving.
I'm
Holy
begging
fuck.
you, roll for advantage on your taste test.
Advantage? Nah.
I need
Man.
the players to roll wisdom saving throws as I share pictures of pastries in general.
I fail immediately.
Can I roll disadvantage on the wisdom save?
I'm confused. Are we trying to fail or are we trying to succeed?
Up to you.
I hate this game.
With advantage! With advantage! It was a recommendation.
Watch me get a 1.
Thank God.
Hey! Oh,
Yeah, it was a
Tiny-
recommended. Like he described to Vivian and Valerian that you're newly out of the whole green pact thing.
That's literally why I wanted you to roll for advantage.
Oh, there you are.
What?
He reaches out and pulls in his bag. This is for you later if you want to try it. It's from I got from Sentinel.
Wait.
If you want, like just a little bit. You don't drink the bottle.
Sorry. Graham. I hate you. he, he sorry, he takes what Tiny offered him and sets it to the side. I will keep that in mind.
You're welcome.
And he'll
I have a question for you later also. Tiny says to Glarier.
just start handing out the rest of the stuff, giving... What the hell did I write down? He'll give the cronut to Farron, and the cream horn to Alira, and then he'll just, like, start giving everyone, cutting up the bear claw with the ornate dagger that he's cleaned off, by the way.
Yeah, totally. There's still a little piece of
No. It looks polished. Anyway, he cuts up the pieces of the silk pie, hands the first piece to Alira, and then just starts handing everyone else a piece.
How much did you pay
Oh,
for all that?
nostalgia, Alira. All those times as you grew up, Gerard bringing a Breton chocolate silk pie.
It is about 20 gold.
Super happy face.
How much?
Eh. Considering the money that we got, it really isn't that much. But, you know.
Are you sure you don't want me to pay you back?
You already paid me back because you bought your own fucking amulet. What are you going to pay me back for?
Just thank you, I guess.
Of course, of course.
Not used to eating this nice.
Yeah, well, considering that we're eating nice, we're not going to be doing nice work in a bit. So let's find a place to sit. Just find a place to sit so I can tell you what's going on.
Alright. He's nibbling on his little pastry.
It is tasty as fuck.
He is like a starving orphan at the moment. This is the only food he's been given in years.
Please,
That's what it
sir,
feels like.
can I have some more?
Basically.
And once everyone's seated, Talzin will basically elaborate on what Feldryn told him.
Okay.
First starting off with Feldryn's, task that he's asking for. And I don't know why he bothered asking for us in particular, but probably because we are, I guess, getting stronger to help the fucking Neverine. Regardless, he wants us to split into groups. He wants Caldron, Farron, and Thribby to go with him towards the docks. And he wants me, Alira, and Glario to head to the palace to extract information.
This must be quite serious if he's asking for us to go in different directions.
Aye. And considering...
You do recall he looked a little agitated, upset.
He did look quite... He looked like he had a great issue with this. And if all of you have seen Feldryn quite enough, I don't think many things bother that man to save his life. But with what the circumstances of disappearances going on in the city, that's problem enough as is. And honestly, it reminds me a bit of Hellstrom. So...
Can't really refuse an assignment from Mr. Feldryn.
Right.
Let's just hope it's not the same thing.
Bloody
I'm
well.
starting to look pretty worried about it.
Bloody well hope not. Anyway, so essentially, you three, and they'll point to the people he mentioned first, we're just going to meet him down by the docks once you're done eating, and then us three will be heading up to meet the entirety of the Council of Wayrest. Oh, Alira, by the way,
Yeah.
What is your brother's name again, just so I can recall?
It's Albinir.
Albinair. Right. Cool. Just made sure I did not mess up his name. You don't happen to have any other siblings in relation to you here, do you?
Sister, but I doubt she's in Wayrest. Just Albinir as far as I know.
Albinair. What is your sister's name, just out of curiosity?
It's Antine.
How do you spell that?
Antiene, I think. Let me make sure.
Going to your file. Let's see. Antiene.
E. Her parents were one of those peeps that name their kids names with the same letter.
I'm gonna let you know now to get all the names and stuff for the people who work as a part of both. Kate did this. My best friend did this. Wrote every single sibling's name starting with a V. I'm
Jesus.
not shitting you.
Okay, so
There's 8 of them.
Jesus. I can't wait to meet all of them.
Her parents get busy.
Out of curiosity, Soul, because I didn't actually write this down, but Taliesin would remember, because it's important. There's Alistair Renaut, there's King Emmerich, and then who are the other two?
Alistair Renault, who is the master of the treasury for the crown. There is Eliun Mirand, who is the hand of the right hand of the king. There is Gerard Lorraine, who is the left hand and the spy master of the king. And then there's King Leomund Emmerich himself.
Spy Master. And this isn't King of Wayrest, this is the King of High Rock.
Yeah. The king of Wayrest is the king of High Rock. The kingdom of Wayrest had won the last thing and got the right to claim that title.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. He'll list off the names and their titles, what they do. Important.
As soon as he says Gerard Lorraine, you light up, Alira. That's him.
He must have gotten a promotion.
Oh, is that so?
He's an old family friend.
I see. Well, that's, might be beneficial to us in gathering information. Well, if you lot want to accept the task, then by all means, I will be waiting whenever you guys are done eating. If not, that's perfectly fine, because I remember not coming to people last time for a task given to us by lovely Telvanti counterpart.
Did you
Yeah.
tell them that Feldryn offered money?
Yes.
That's how desperate he was.
He says Feldryn offers us he offered us either a favor or money for this task. So, if that entices any of you.
He's already done a favor for me, so this is more or less repaying something for him in my book.
If it is anything like Hellstrom, then it's important to know.
And he just stands up, dusts himself off. He's like, Grandpa Feldryn is friend, and I mean, it's always good to have more friends than not, and he's always helped us. So it's not even a question to me.
Lorraine, why the hell would he need to pay me?
Well, work is still work, Farron. And he's offering, so...
I will take a thank you as payment.
Non-bundle, perhaps.
And he smiles.
Well, that's certainly your choice. Anyway, I'll be outside, you two. And he'll motion to Glarior and Alira as he, like, finishes eating his, like, little treat before going outside.
Okay. I will say it is not overly sweet. It's not overly rich. It is the perfect balance of sweet, creamy, rich, luscious. It is. You can see why the ladies' cakery is the best in town.
The one to survive the cranberry crumble culling.
They're the reason the Comberry Crumble doesn't have a hold here.
Haha, fuck
Got
you.
him.
Fighting
Fucking
the good fight.
idiots.
People, you ask anybody around town, people are known to travel far and wide for the ladies' cakery sweets.
I think Alira
Okay.
will just take a moment to appreciate the last bite of pie and then head out.
Yeah, Glarior follows her soon after.
Wayrest was already finished, so he's heading his way up.
You head on out, each splitting off into your own groups. And let's see. You guys are closer to the palace, so we are going to start with the palace group first. Alira, Glarior, are you going with them or are you staying behind?
He's going with them.
Okay.
Begrudgingly.
Alira, Taliesin, and Glarior heading toward the palace. There is a decent amount of guard around, and they do look at you and stop you as you approach the front doors of the palace. What is your business here?
Hi, we are here to seek the counsel of His Highness King Emmerich, for multiple reasons. We are here to ask a few questions about things going on about the actual Kingdom of Wayrest, as well as to seek an audience more so with his left hand. We also were messengers for High King Ulfric, and we wanted to make sure that our message got to him.
You want to see the king. You really think nobodies, could get in to see the king? At a time like this, you do realize what's going on, or are you from not in the northern nations? Because you sound like you're from Cyrodiil. You gonna spy on us? This is the one on the left. He's being a smartass.
Oh no, please, humor me. What is going on, my good, affirming man of the guard? He was not impressed.
They laugh, and the one on the left nudges the one on the right. Oh, a great big deal, but nothing your little imperial head needs to worry about. And he makes a motion for you guys to toddle on off. And at that moment, Alira, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Gentle squeeze. That is quite enough. You two can change shifts. And you look over and you see a man with kind of like a light chocolate brown hair, tied back, shoulder length, tied back in a ponytail, bright green eyes, mid-50s. It is Gerard Lorraine. Good to see you again.
Gerard,
How have
you're
you
as
been?
light on your feet as ever.
That's how I keep my job. He has this charming smirk on his face.
Hmm.
So what did you need? Did I overhear correct? You needed to see me? And he guides you guys inside.
Yeah, there's a few things. We were actually looking to speak to the council. Heard that there's been people going missing.
Ah, I see. Yes, yes. That has been a problem, and Well, the king has been a little bit concerned, I will say.
It seems quite dire from what I've heard.
Yes, with the approaching summits and several dignitaries from even as far as Blackmarsh here, people going missing has some on edge. I do believe one of the dignitaries from Morrowind had stormed off when I mentioned a Dunmer, half Imperial going missing.
Yes, that is a friend of ours. Um, just by curiosity, Master Lorraine, do you happen to know how long these disappearances have been occurring?
About a month now.
Oh dear.
That long.
I have been looking into it personally, and all I've heard is that it is magic related, and whatever. They would lose their minds before running off, and nobody could find out where they were going.
Lyra's face just looks very concerned.
Any notable people of any sort that have gone missing, aside from the Dunmer dignitary's grandson?
No, that one was out of, well, out of nowhere, to say.
Hmm.
Everybody that has gone missing has been nobody of import. Malmer, dock worker, a street child, all poor people. Workers.
Interesting.
People that wouldn't be missed, which is why I have been looking into it, and I just came back from questioning somebody in the market area.
I
He
see.
leads you toward the throne room as you're talking.
It's very curious. 'Cause there was I don't know if you were aware or not, but there was a similar occurrence that was happening in Hellstrom not too terribly long ago. How long ago were we in Hellstrom?
That was back at the very beginning of the month.
Yeah, so
Like,
hmm.
very, very beginning of the month. Really, I do believe when it was mentioned in our first meeting, shortly after the, a Subish and a Halmaki arrived, I do believe Hristus was there too, that a band of adventurers had broken up some sort of undead plot in a crypt.
Aye, that
Are
would
you saying
be
that was you?
that would be us. Well, half of us currently. The other half is currently looking into investigating the disappearances on a different front. But
Oh, very good.
curious that you mentioned that, because that was about a month ago, and so far you say that this has been happening for a month.
Yes, that is curious, but whether it is coincidence or the two are connected, we do not know.
Time to go back in my notes.
But as far as I could tell, and from what was told to me, is that what was happening in Hellstrom is people were dying, correct?
Yes, they were being ritualistically sacrificed underneath, I believe it was a history, if I'm not mistaken. And he looks both to Alira and Glarior for confirmation.
You just nod.
Yes. Well,
People were walking as though they were possessed.
really? Possessed? That were they when they were taken, were they like losing their minds and attacking people near them, or just walking off quietly?
I believe it was just walking off, because the way that we found out was one of the sisters of somebody that went missing. They were crying in the Hellstrom's throne room about these disappearances, and then later on, this one here, and he motions to Glarior, found them walking about behind some building like they were possessed, but they didn't try to attack us.
That
Ma-
is a shade bit different than what has been going on here. I will tell you this. Is that Anybody who has disappeared had started off by attacking those near him, namely family, because family has gone to apothecaries or healers injured, and then running off and never to be seen again.
Interesting.
It seems different but magical in the same vein. I wonder if it is a spell that needs to be banned. There are a few mind-altering spells that I personally don't agree with.
Right.
But they are freely taught in various magical guilds around the world. But if we will keep the possibility open that they may be connected and whoever's behind it has altered their technique, but usually when casting magic, it all depends upon the person, the caster's personality. And if their personality is more of a angry, violent one, when it comes to controlling minds, it causes more anger and violence. When they're more subtle, they don't cause as much violence. Have you figured out who was behind what was going on in Hellstrom?
Aye, it was a
And at this time, you were led into the throne room where you do see Ulfric talking to Emmerich.
it was a. He does smile, seeing Ulfric's fine. It was a necromancer of sorts. One that begrudgingly, the same one that found the person who was possessed, has a personal vendetta of. So, let's just say that there might be a connection between, maybe not that person, but allies. And I cannot speak on them right now because, well, it's... rather not speak on such things out in the open, yes?
Yes. Let's not speak on such things. Necromancy is deeply frowned upon in most nations, which, you know, understandable. And you do see Arin, she's like sitting in the back corner away from Ulfric, like up at the head of the throne room. Let me describe how this throne room looks. It was a, you walk down a large, wide and narrow hallway. The floors are blue marble, and it opened up into this large room, and the throne itself is set up on 3 steps. And there you do see Ulfric and Emmerich talking, and down at the other end near a fountain, you see Arin sitting on a fountain looking absolutely fucking bored out of her goddamn mind. She absolutely hates this bullshit.
Me when the boys are talking.
Yeah. But, Arin does seem to perk up when she sees you guys. And sits up straight. Now, you said that the rest of your group went down toward the docks, correct?
Aye.
Who are they going to speak to, may I ask?
They are going with the Dunmer dignitary himself.
Ah, Feldryn, yes. He did rush off in a hurry this morning. He didn't say where he was going.
Well, not to worry, we are on the case.
He did briefly tell me, because as you saw, I did follow him, Gerard. He was going down to the docks to talk to the Malmer family, the ones that nobody could speak to because they don't speak Tamrielic. Ah, right. Well, I hope he can understand Tamrielic. One of their group is actually a Malmer, so fortune smiles upon us then.
It does. Lyra, would you like to say anything by chance?
If you have a moment later today, Gerard, I'd like to speak with you about a matter.
I have a moment now. We could go step aside and talk while your friends speak to those two about the missing people.
Yeah, I would prefer to speak with you alone if I could.
Come with me to my office. And he
Very
motioned
well.
you to follow him. And while this is going on, we're going to wheel over to the group heading down toward the docks. You guys are looking for Feldryn right now. So, I need you guys to roll an investigation check as you try to spot Feldryn in the crowd.
One of my specialties.
Yeet. Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something up here.
Oh,
Suddenly, his eyes are gone.
Glazing over.
Caltrin does not see.
I
Not
don't sense
see.
anything.
I got something in my eyes last night. It's fine.
Clary, don't go for the eyes.
No, not the eyes. Caldron and Thribby, you guys are. There's a mass of people down at the docks. You can hear seagulls going, just crowing away like crazy. There are Bretons everywhere walking past you. They're all shorter than you, so it's kind of like, oh, sorry. You're looking down at these people. You do see an odd Khajiit or an odd few other races. Baron, you see down at the far end of the dock, trying to get the attention of a Malmer dock worker. You do see that tight, pulled back black hair, and that infamous black floor-length black cloak that he wears, and the scar over his right eye. You do see
Alright.
Feldryn.
Alright, Farron's gonna motion the rest of the gang his way as he approaches.
Feldryn stops and turns. Good. Just the person I need, Caldron. I need you to talk to them. I don't
Good morning,
know
Mr.
Malmary.
Feldryn.
Or, huh?
Good morning,
What?
Mr. Feldryn.
Good morning. I need you, Caldron here to talk to this lady because she does not speak Tamrielic.
Nods to Keldrin. You're up.
Alright. Really
She
quickly
doesn't
out of
seem to
character.
she doesn't seem to give you any recognition as the murderer of King Orknum.
Okay, good. I was just about to mention that.
It's likely she left before that happened. If she doesn't recognize you as such.
Caldron was like, that is 3 years. That was like, how many years ago?
3-ish years. This silver-haired Malmer woman, you can see a little bit of iridescent scales crawling up her neck. She looks at you and she gives a bright smile, and she says in Malmary, "Finally, somebody who I can speak to. Are you helping this Dunmer? I can just make out only a little bit of what he's saying, but I can't really speak this language very well.
So I need to check on something. I just heard a kitten meow where it should not be meowing from.
Oh no.
He's a cat.
Meow. From the inside the walls, they're in the walls.
They're in the computer?
In the walls. And I'll share with you while this is going on a picture of Gerard in NPC stuff. Wrong server. Almost put it in the wrong server. Oh god. I might be spelling his last name wrong. Let me make sure I got that right. Cool. My notes don't have his last name. That's his spelling now. It seems Krim might be a moment, so we can cycle back to Alira for a few minutes while this is being handled, if everybody's okay with that.
Fine by me.
Okay, so we go back to you, Alira, and Gerard opens the door
Okay.
for you. And oh, you're back. Okay, I knew it was gonna happen if I said. Anyway. Okay. So she takes your hand. Please find my husband. Please find me someone to talk to. Please help me. And this is all in Malmary, so you guys are just watching them talk in fish language.
Just glop, glop,
Glub,
glop.
glub, glub. Please, you have to help.
We'll help you find your husband.
Thank you. Such a relief. Finally, somebody to talk to, somebody I can tell what happened. It was about a month ago. He was one of the first ones that went missing. He attacked my sister, and then while I was seeing to her, he was gone. He just up and left. I don't know what direction he went. And there's nobody I could talk to. I went looking myself, and I did find his footprints heading up toward the temple district, but they just disappeared when it hit cobblestone. I don't know what direction he went after that.
We'll find him. Calgin's gonna translate that to Feldryn.
Baroness is listening.
Feldryn rubs his chin. That's probably the first place we should look then, up toward the temple district, but it does branch off into several different directions, so he looks to Thribby, looks up to Thribby. Might have to use your cuddly personality to get people to talk.
He smiles very bigly. Like this?
Yes, just like that.
Caldry, can we get, or can you ask her for any like names or descriptions? I mean, just so we know who we're looking for.
I didn't really see anybody. All I remember is him attacking. I thought I saw a shadow outside our window quickly dart off, but I didn't see a face.
Glub glub.
Glub glub.
Wait, so is she saying that her husband attacked her sister, or a random
Yes.
man?
His mind. The way she describes it is almost like he was acting completely normal. Then something snapped. He punched his sister and then ran out the door.
That's like normal sibling behavior to me.
Damn.
Karen is just slightly
Damn!
horrified.
No, he would never. She's the first person he thought of when fleeing she almost says King Orgnum. Catches herself, stops, and says Orgnum's rule, his tyranny. She had to be one of the first to bring to be smuggled on the ship along with me. He would never hit her.
Did he? And he looked completely the same before he did that?
Yes. His eyes just went dead. And then he punched her and ran.
Hmm.
Please, he has slicked back hair and silver eyes, much like yours.
Eh.
He has pale blue skin.
We'll find him.
Thank you so much. And she takes your hand and holds it tight, looking you in the eyes.
So while this is happening, Tiny wants to tap Feldryn on the shoulder just because he can't understand the Malmer.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa Feldryn, I mean, I know you said the temple.
What?
I know you said the temple might be a place to start, but should we search near their house? Like, could you find magic, or would that be too long ago?
It would be too long ago. Usually the residual energy of magic tends to wear off after a day or two, depending upon how strong it is. And if she said... And, Keldrin, you said that this guy disappeared over a month ago. Or a month ago. Correct?
Correct.
You are cutting out something awful there.
Correct.
It's too far gone. Only the strongest of magics, almost god level, would be able to be detected that long after longer. Essentially, a god would have to cast the magic for it to still be detected that far gone.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Thinking.
We
Farron,
could still.
how
Yes?
quick are you?
Well, I can generally rather quick on my feet.
I need you to head to the palace and tell the others that we're going to start searching around the temple district and see if we could get more eyes on it.
I can do that.
We're going to start looking.
Karen will quickly nod, and then as soon as he knows, he can just zoom right off.
Okay.
Meep.
Meep meep.
Meep, meep. Ew. Okay. And the lady squeezes your hand again. Thank you. Please find him. I'm so worried for him. Tell him I miss him and I love him. He'll know it's from me if you say that he's the storm in my seas. Oh.
Yeah, I'm also thinking that shade.
The cat.
I love how the Danger Boys
Gross.
agree immediately.
You know what? You know
It's
what?
like sitting in the back, it's like, no, he's fucking dead, dude.
I bet it's fucking timed. Is what it is.
Oh
No.
god, it better not be timed.
Huh?
Always is.
That would be great. I love that.
Love to see it.
Casually pulls up timer. No, I'm kidding. We're not at the time-based stuff yet.
Yo.
I
Yeah, being as soon as we're done talking to the woman.
Yeah, Feldryn, immediately after she finishes thanking you, he could tell by her mannerisms what it is. He starts heading off toward the temple district. Do you guys follow?
Yeah.
He's a man on a mission. He's a nerve-eating on a mission.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, great! He activated the timer for the quest. Goddamn!
Yeah.
Sit here and talk
Yes.
to the NPC.
He's
Bastard.
the NPC you have to follow.
While this is going on, we cut back to Alira, who is being led into. Gerard opens his office door for you and motions you to enter.
I think she just sit down at the chair, presumably in front of his chest, and just kind of slump down a bit.
It's a nice office. It has 2 large windows, stained glass, that face out into the courtyard below. There's a large oak desk in the room. There's a few papers stacked on it, and behind is like a floor to ceiling bookshelf with books on the bottom, and the middle and upper shelves have various trinkets and items that he's mentioned he likes to collect things from the past. He is a connoisseur of history, so to say. You see various things like like a half chunk of what would be a chain from one of the anchors from the plane meld. You see like what looks like a metal like a split piece of staff sitting on like a little holder. You see a couple little items that come from the Oblivion Crisis and whatnot, and even a couple collection items that came from the time of the Agent in the Warp in the West. He loves to collect things from very big moments in history.
Elder
And he
Scrolls
sits-
fanboy living the life.
Elder Scrolls fanboy within Elder Scrolls. And he sits down in his chair. Well, what did you want to talk about?
Oh, first of all, she'll pull out the job from the church and slide it across the desk. I
You'll
was
take it?
surprised to see that this came from you.
Ah, yes. It has been a request for some time. I hadn't at the time known that it was within the White Gold Vault, and then I hear that the White Gold Vault has been robbed and it's missing. So, I guess the
Huh.
job is still on. He gives a big grin.
I see. Her face is just confused, remembering from last session what Glaria was saying, and then hearing from the White Gold Tower Vault.
Yeah, so you're starting to piece together your character's smart enough, you're starting to piece together a timeline. Is that yes, it was in the White Gold Vault, and then you guys had to quickly leave because you were being accused of stealing the Trollbane helm, and it's being said that this was stolen. But you also do know that Arclane is a baddie, so he might be spreading misinformation.
Interesting.
Yes, quite interesting. It seems those Imperials can't keep their hands on anything these days, huh? They lose their Elder Scrolls from their moth priests, and now this. They can't even keep their most secured place protected, and he does air quotes.
I imagine that you didn't happen to hear anything about who they're accusing of such dastardly deeds.
He leans to you and he kind of smirks with his forearms crossed in front of his chest. Oh, I've heard.
She's
You
sweating a bit.
guys- I know you wouldn't do anything like that. Why would you do such a horrible thing? And besides, I don't think that Bosmer has the smarts to break into that vault. No offense to him.
Damn, bitch.
It wasn't Taliesin this time.
I swear it wasn't me.
He would never say that to Clarior.
Though I do recall, like, because keep in mind, up until very recently, we were still considered part of the Empire, air quotes there, because some empire, right? Is that you had a Nord with you, a Malmer of all of the races. That's very interesting. And a Dunmer, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
From everything I have heard in the reports from Imperial City before we cut ourselves off from them, the Nord didn't seem very smart either.
Has his own insight into things.
I'm sure. Often Nords do. I have met quite a few recently. He gives kind of a knowing smile. But if you want, keep that job. See if you can find it. I have faith you can. I mean, he looks to the book on your hip. You seem to have that under control.
Yeah.
And he did, I will say your grandfather did swear to me to never speak a word of it. But I can't say no to that face. I've watched you grow up. That book is a test for you. It was meant for you.
A test.
Yes.
But I think she probably slumps down even further in her chair. Maybe all this talk of twisted magics and manipulating minds is getting to me.
I can think of no better person to be able to handle this.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Those experiments that my grandfather and I did, the ones that I never told my family of. And as far as I know, either did my grandpa, making you the only other person that knew about them.
Pretty much.
Do you tell anyone?
No, I did not. It stayed between me and your grandfather for a very long time.
Let
What I do
insight
know...
check that.
Okay, insight check it. Natural 20. But
Shiz.
yeah,
Hell
he's
yeah.
telling the truth. He's very sincere on his face.
I think her face kind of twists to confusion. Then how did he know about?
I would say he didn't know, but he had an innate feeling that you would be a great mage. You are the only one he has taught that stuff. I think he had faith in you.
I don't know if my parents ever told you, but she just kind of has her head in her hands, just like she's trying to make sense of things. If he thought all those things, on the very last time I saw him, he raised his hand against me, which he'd never done before.
He seems to shift uncomfortably in his seat.
And then I never saw him again. I
I
don't
think
know why.
he knew his time was coming and he was trying to distance from you. He didn't want you to experience a deep level of pain that I did.
Doesn't make sense.
Often when people are in pain, they make choices that do not make sense.
That pain's so much worse by that.
I know. He did think the world of you for the longest time, and I think he was just in pain towards the end. And he didn't want you to see him like that.
I think she'll just grab onto her spellbook a little tighter.
As far as your family knowing, I think it's best we keep that between us.
Please do.
Alright?
As far as
Alright,
they
but
know, I'm just alive. And that's okay.
I knew that man for a long time. He was a good one. Just like you.
I'll do my best to stay that path.
Good. He would be very proud of that. Now, how don't we go join your friends and discuss happier times like finding missing people?
Yes. Yes, that's of utmost importance.
He stands up. Come. And he leads you back out to the group, and by this time, Farron's running in.
New.
Neum.
So as I was saying about... Oh, hello.
We're done.
We
And
have an area of
hello
search now.
to you. You must be the Dunmer friend. I'm Gerard Lorraine, Bymaster
pleasure.
of King Emmerich.
Farron, pleasure to meet you.
Yes, he gives a charming smile.
Farron tries to be all, cordial as he can, but he's looking a little flustered from the run.
So, why the hurry?
We just spoke with the Malmer family. We have an
And,
area of search now. The
Yeah,
Temple District.
at this point, King Emmerich is approaching. The Temple District, you said.
Oh, yes.
Good. Maybe we can make some headway in this and get it solved before the summit.
We solved it in like about a day, so this shouldn't take too long. At least the last one.
From everything I've heard from Indasi Telvani, and he motions to Ulfric, who's now walking over and talking to Arin, and the esteemed High King of Skyrim, as well as the leaders of Blackmarsh, you do indeed know how to get things done.
Well, we often don't have a choice in the matter, so let's get this
Wait, so
over with,
are
Your
they-
Highness.
Are the Angonians like right here?
No, they're not in the room.
Okay. Gotcha.
Often we don't ever get a choice, not even myself.
Hmm.
It may seem like it, given the position I'm in, but I'm at the beck and call of the kings of the other kingdoms of High Rock. I do as they say and as they wish, or another war breaks out.
Do not wish that power on anyone. My condolences on
No.
your previous life.
Sometimes I miss it, but honestly, having this stability, I wouldn't trade for the world. Correct, Gerard? That is correct, sir. Now, you have a location. I wish you luck.
Aye.
Maybe the esteemed dignitary Ulendil will get back on task once this is solved.
Remind me, which one is Ulendil again?
Feldryn, that's his last name.
Ow.
Ulendil's his last name.
Thank you. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. Alright. Well, let's, Quest while Leia was off talking to her uncle.
You guys all set off, leaving the leaders to their little powwow, so to
Yeah.
say. You head off toward the temple district, where you easily enough find Feldryn waiting, pacing out front. Oh, good. Now, do I have questions for you? Is any of you capable of detecting magic along with me, so we can spread out and see if we could cover more of an area?
I can help.
Good, because I had just heard on my walk here, I was ahead of those two, is that it happened again not too long ago.
Oh.
Yes. While we were down at the docks, man threw a box at one of his fellow workers and then ran off. I tried following the shadow from a distance, but nothing. Did you two see anything? You guys didn't see anything. You guys were too focused on other things.
And he's like, no, we were trying to just, I was trying to just catch up with you.
I am going off the previous perception rolls, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it lost in investigation?
Yeah, you guys can start rolling investigations to search the area. Now, the Malmer was last seen running off in this direction. What we need to do is split up and start asking people questions and looking around, see if we can find anything.
Oh, that's a big...
That's
What?
a big circle.
Okay, wait, here we go.
Yeah, everybody can roll investigation. That's a circle, all right. Okay, Taliesin and Baron so far. Nope.
Sorry, still trying to get something out of my eye.
Yeah, that's fine.
Man,
You're still
it's-
trying to get something out of your eye.
it's-
You and Thribby are just having a day.
Hey, you definitely got something dried right there, Caldron.
Just too many people just bumping into me.
Is
I'm
it
not that
blood
big.
or?
Let me look real quick. Just go to prestidigitate the eye to get the fucking shit out.
Yeah.
That does
Oh,
not look like
it was
blood.
just an eyelash.
Eyelash and just wipe it off on you.
Just
What do you
like
know?
on
It's a
your
different
shoulder.
color.
Sixth thinkerite, everybody.
You should really take a bath after sometimes, you know. Make sure you're completely clean. You want to leave
Where
behind.
did you wipe off on?
He wiped it off on like his shoulder plate.
There's just like a little silver eyelash just sitting there to like the golden shoulder
Yeah,
plate of
it's-
the plate of Akatosh.
It's definitely silver, all right.
Not any other color.
Yep. Malmer has silver hair.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
It was totally Malmer.
Yeah, totally.
You're lucky we're at
Secretly, he
investigation
was a
spot, I can
Breton
do
all
anything else.
along.
Look, Caldron, there's a time and place, for fuck's sake. Anyway.
Anyways. So, everybody starts looking off in their own directions. Feldryn, starts looking, but Taliesin and Farron, you guys have the best results out of the bunch. You guys immediately aim toward the temples. You temple districts, it's like, might as well check the temples first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you make your way, and you do notice one of the temples the temple to Zenithar seems abandoned.
Peculiar. You see that too, Feldryn?
And it's, to give a perspective of where it is in the
Yep.
city, it's about 300 feet north of the palace. It's like at the edge of the temple district, and you do see like vines growing along it. The back is overgrown. There's like the tree canopy is kind of like shading. But what you do notice, especially you, Farron, is you see leading toward the back fresh broken branches.
Mm. All right, at investigation time.
You see anything?
Some branches back here. Something broke them.
How fresh are they?
They
Very-
seem rather fresh.
Hmm.
You can even see footprints pressed into the mud. It did rain a couple days ago, which you missed.
We got footprints too.
Well, that will definitely be a sign, because this place looks like nobody trudged back here for the last bloody month. Maybe the last bloody year, the looks of it. And Taliesin will call back to the rest of the party.
Feldryn approaches, and I assume everybody else does too?
Yeah.
DM, can Tiny try to track them using survival now that there's footprints?
Yeah, sure.
Please roll good, Tiny. Fuck, no, okay, never mind. I tried.
Yeah, you see the one footprint that leads just off of the cobblestone street and hits the mud, and then it just seems to be like covered up by leaves and vines that seem to overgrow the
Could I
area.
aid him?
Sure.
Roll again.
I appreciate the help.
Man.
Okay, so survival check. Let's see if Feldryn fares any better. That's like one of his worst skills, but 13? Nope, he doesn't fare any better. But he does see the broken branches. Well, it's the best lead that we have so far. And he walks in straight over like where the footsteps are. That's him failing the survival check. Is he just steps over it
Feldryn.
and walks through.
Oh. Oh, the Everglobe. Alright, let me take a crack at it.
But
Can
you
I
do
also try and guide
yeah,
myself?
everybody can try.
Okay.
Thank you,
Oh, well.
God.
Oh, yes.
Warrior saves the day.
It's one of my best skills.
Yep. Glarier, you see it, even with Feldryn's gentle, he's like a very soft-stepped man. So you can see, like, the depression of his footsteps heading straight down where Feldryn went. And as you follow after, there's another eyelash in your eyes. And you see Feldryn staying in the back near a statue of Zenithar looking around. You, Glarior, follow the footsteps to what looks like a heavy sealed iron cellar door.
He stands in front of it and looks back towards the others. Went this way.
Oh,
Feldryn
shit.
approaches and then looks at the door. Well, we could do this one of two ways. I could try and pick the lock, or he grabs the handles of the door. And this is where the
God.
corpus disease kicks in. And
Damn.
you watch as he
Oh.
pulls and he rips the doors clean off and tosses them aside. He does not look like he can do that.
Tiny is visibly amazed.
Everyone
Fred
is
is just
fucking
fucking
staring at him like, dude.
staring at him like,
fuck?
could have just asked me to pick the lock, you know.
Holy
Oh, I could
shit.
have picked the lock too. When he
Fellas,
hops
Literally.
down,
I'm literally a rogue. It's what I'm here for.
he's a former thief and a former Morag Tong member.
remind me not to piss you off, mate.
It'd
Yeah,
be
you really
very
shouldn't.
hard to piss me off, but this person, whoever did this to my grandson, definitely has my ire.
More like your fucking fury.
Fair enough.
Well, let's get a head on, because I'm pretty sure they might have heard us by now.
And we have the map. I should have warned you, Shade, for the stream. I'm sorry.
Warning. Something might happen. I don't know what's gonna happen.
At least we can see in here.
Well, you can. You're a Dunmer.
I could see everything. I don't know what you're talking about. He's fucking smirking at Farron.
Just rolls his
And
eyes.
there's a few humans just like feeling across the walls, like, where are we? Okay. I need, if you guys want to sneak, I need stealth checks from everybody.
Hey, what am I special?
Hey, one of Feldryn's specialties too.
Tiny would ask
rolled-
if
He rolled a 6.
So Talzin's gonna use the Sword of Shadows to go invisible first of all.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm still here. And then I will roll
Oh,
stealth.
wrong one.
Just watch out.
Do you watch as he just bloops out of thin air?
Stepping around so I'm not in anybody's way.
Don't you have advantage when you go invisible?
I'm wearing
Yeah.
I'm wearing medium armor, so
Yeah, he's wearing medium armor, so yeah, it's a whole thing.
I thought only heavy armor had disadvantage.
nope. Medium armor is still loud because I'm wearing a breastplate. It's not as bad as chainmail,
He's
but still.
invisible, but he's loud.
Basically, if I go invisible, I don't have to roll disadvantage. So you know.
What's that mysterious clanking noise?
Meh.
Why is it
The
something
Imperials,
creaking
They
behind me?
clank like a kitchen and gleam like fresh fallen snow.
Meanwhile, Caldron in the background.
You want to know what my other rule was?
What?
18.
Aw, dude.
Oh,
Dude, that sucks. Feldryn does seem to move up against this wall. And he stops near this old, like, stale watered fountain. And he kind of, you see him draw, his brows draw as he's looking ahead. And he looks back to you guys. Farron. And he motions you, Farron, to come forward as he softly says your name.
He diligently follows. Cannot see
And-
him.
Taliesin, wherever you are.
He will approach. I'm assuming there are dark parts to this map.
Mm-hmm. There are dark parts to this map. It's just I think this is one of the ones where the shit freaks out. So
Hey,
I cannot
just
see his
married.
token.
yeah, that's
Could
because I
I-
turned it invisible.
Ah.
can I possibly roll to see if Caltrin gets a beard right now?
I'll have no
Yeah,
idea
sure.
where it's
Why
at.
not?
Got a beard.
Right
when he
here,
woke
right
up.
now. Might as well.
Just all of a sudden in this dungeon.
So, out of curiosity, Soul,
Mhm.
can Taliesin see in the darker parts of the area without the goggles?
Not in this place.
Okay, so we'll just put them on then.
So I rolled 27
Yeah,
on.
Yeah, I'm looking at it to see if it's above or below.
Yeah.
When you have a 50% chance. So okay, so it's DM's choice. I'm gonna say yeah. You guys watch as soon as he finishes climbing down the ladder. The reason his eye is itching is because that's a side effect of beard just suddenly growing in. You watch as he gets a full beard, Grog style. And now your eye stops itching.
Didn't realize that there was scruff growing on him earlier. He's just scratching his eye.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Step forward very cautiously. And he steps around the fountain, and he points over in this direction. Oh, too far forward.
I can't tell because I can't see him.
You should be able to see. Oh,
No, there are dark parts in the map we can't see, unfortunately.
okay, so there is a problem. Let's see. Oh, I know why that it's like that. It's because light is not hitting the spot where you're standing, Taliesin.
Ah, okay.
Because I just brought up the light layers level, and it shows the outlines of where all the light is. I will snip it and show you.
Interesting. Even without dark vision? Or with
Because your
dark vision?
tokens currently don't have dark vision on them.
That would be why.
Yeah, I need to get. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. See, you can see the outlines of the lights.
Let me see here.
Oh,
Ah, okay, yeah.
yeah.
I'll fix that. There we go. Now I'm Gucci.
Yeah, now you're Gucci, and I'm slowly working my way through the people with dark vision. And the two Humies don't get it. Feldryn, I don't think has dark vision, right? Because that's the trade-off for being able to breathe underwater.
Well, I have the belt. And it gives
Yeah,
me dark
you have
vision.
belt.
Everybody's got sea vision.
How do you hold up your pants?
Belt.
Belt that gives me beard.
Yeah, belt that gives you beard.
The beard can see in the dark.
So for the first time in your life, you can see in the dark.
Oh, I can speak, read, and
Elf.
write Dwarvish.
Yep.
Yeah, why not? Right? It's one of those bad languages you learn in school.
Taliesin will pat both Farron and Feldryn as he steps close to the wall.
And he points straight out in this direction. Are you seeing this?
Aye.
What you see is a very thin, emaciated Malmer man just sitting and staring at this corner right here.
Interesting.
He's not doing anything. He's just staring. Stealthily, Feldryn approaches and goes around to this corner. And just stands there and watches. And after a moment of watching, he slowly approaches, gets right behind him, brings a hand around, the hand going toward True Flame on his waist, and waves a hand in front of the Malmer's face. No reaction. And he just calmly walks back normally, looks down towards the rest of you, and motions you guys to come forward to see this. He's not reacting. And Illyria, your detect magic spell should still be up. You're detecting, let me look up the spell. So I know the school that's on it. You are detecting a strong enchantment spell on this guy, but it's a little warped.
There's an enchantment on him, but something. I'm not sure. Something wrong with it.
Well, we should remove it. See what happens. Don't you think?
If it'll help him, it's worth a try.
He is going to cast, he's going to reach out and place a hand on this guy's shoulder and cast Dispel Magic at its base level. That means he's going to have to roll. He succeeds. Just
Nice.
barely.
Oh shit.
It's the 6th level. And for a moment, he gasps, looks around, and almost collapses. He is very thin, emaciated, like he hasn't eaten in a very long time.
Out of
And he
like
starts muttering in Maumeri. For you, Feldryn, he is saying, "What have I done? Where am I? Where am I? Help! Where am I? What have I done?" And he's sounds very labored breath and weak. He is currently on the floor.
He doesn't look injured, he just looks.
Emaciated, like he hasn't eaten in a long time.
I think Galera would pull out a ration and some water.
He takes it and devours it, and he just basically says something about Mary you don't understand. But Feldryn, he says, "Gods, thank you," and starts devouring.
tell him to eat slower, he'll kill himself if he eats too bloody fast.
He said
Slow down
that. He says that in Tamrielic. Who said? It's
Taliesin will
very broken, very thick accent.
Taliesin knocks on the wall over here. Don't worry, I'm a friend, I'm just invisible.
He nods. You good people.
Relatively.
Do you remember anything? No. Shit.
What's the last thing you remember?
Dining with family and go black, saw glowing eyes, like solid. What's color?
Purple?
Are any of you wearing purple?
Yeah, I think Galera would just say purple, just remembering Hellstrom.
That's yes. That's solid. And just flash magic and heard the woman voice, and then nothing until now.
Voice.
How long has this guy been missing? A month?
Yeah, a month.
You've been missing for a month. I'm saying this in Maumeri.
Oh gods, I've been missing for a month. I heard a woman's voice. It sounded like a. And he's speaking in Maumeri because it's easier for him to speak in Maumeri. And with another Maumeri here, why not, right?
Yeah.
Let's make everybody feel awkward about two people speaking in a different language.
Glub glub.
Glub, 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 glub.
Glub glub
Glub,
glub.
glub, glub. I mean,
I
Taliesin
heard
could hear.
it was it was a it was a Breton accent. She told me to come here, and then I don't remember anything. He holds his head. All I heard was her voice. That's it.
Keldrin's gonna be like repeating all, like translating all this.
So it was a woman who had a Breton accent, and all he remembers was her voice. I sorry I not help more.
You've helped us more than you realize.
Oh, good. Can I go? He slowly uses the wall to stand up on shaky legs.
Can I help him?
Yeah. He doesn't seem to recognize you as the killer of King Ordnum either.
I mean, I did just like randomly grow a fucking beard.
Yeah,
after-
that too. That one definitely hides some of it.
Farron finally notices.
Clever disguise.
Farron has finally noticed this. Is just like, what the fuck?
Where did that come from? I go. Thank you for food. And he slowly makes his way using the wall as support, and he's gonna go back and sit until he regains his strength. Completely at this bench. By the way, this bench is supposed to have like a Zenithar relief in it, but obviously, Forgotten Adventures. Love your stuff, Forgotten Adventures. Don't take this as a negative. I don't expect you guys to make Elder Scroll specific stuff, okay? With that, he's going to sit there, and you guys have a little bit more information now as you're left to search this place. And Feldryn is going to be staying there thinking as all this is going on.
Talison's already moving to go investigate the hallway that's adjacent from them, down here.
Lyra, what spell do you think that was?
There's a few things it could be.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check to see if you can figure it out. Putting both your heads together, he's going to start listing off different types of enchantment spells. Let's see. It's Feeble Minds, Mind Blank, those are too powerful. Command? No.
No,
That's singular.
not strong enough.
Gaze. Maybe? You think it would be Gaze? We'll look into it. We go deeper. Maybe we'll find more people like that. Maybe even a Surin. Steps past and he looks at the gate. Okay. Caldrin and Taliesin. You are in there. Caldrin, you see a crushed skeleton of an Argonian next to what looks like a massive pit and a rusty old lever on the wall. And just down in the darkness, you see a plank sticking out and a crushed skeleton with a cobweb-covered chest. Across the gap. By the way, fun fact, this was my first time playing with making pits.
Well done.
Way back when.
Well done. I'm going to pick up the Argonian skull and check down the hole. See how deep it is.
Chuck it down the hole? Okay.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Tink, tink, tink. It's a deep, asshole.
Well, that's bloody deep, isn't it? Yes, I'm still here. I'm surprised you didn't hear my footsteps.
He's literally right behind you. I can see him. Run, run,
Grim.
Weasley.
Please! Think you could,
So that's what you see in this area. And
Think
there
you-
is a locked gate.
think you could survive that fall, eh?
Took 3 seconds to get down to the bottom.
I don't know how far it takes. Okay, I don't know how long it takes for like every. I don't know, Soul. Do you think I'd be able to survive?
I need to do some numbers here. Let me do a test roll on my phone. Because I do have a roll app on my phone.
Are we like all over there now?
If you want to be where they are, you can be where they are.
Just bump into Taliesin. Freaking accidentally bump him down into the hole.
Probably not.
Mm-mm, no way.
No,
That is
what
a
would probably
huge
happen?
drop.
What would probably happen is you guys would bump into Taliesin and bump me off.
No.
That is a drop of like
yeah.
96
Roll a new
feet.
character.
Hell yeah. What
That
a
is
way to
100
die.
feet of like falling.
What a way to die, eh,
That would
Feldryn?
fucking splat.
Yeah,
Was there-
you don't want to know what I rolled on my phone, trust me.
So, you see that in the corner, right?
The lover.
No, beside that, the little crevice with all the webs over there.
Yeah.
You want me to go get it? You're a bit big for that little space.
God damn. Oh.
To you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He's gonna pass by you and tap you on the shoulder. And again, I don't think you're really, you're more professional, more adapted at fitting in small spaces, no? And he'll try to shimmy in as he passes by.
Jesus.
That was filthy, Taliesin.
I'm a large man, and that is a very small hole.
That's
A large man. And that is a very small hole.
I love Gale.
Wait, but he's still groaning.
Okay, do you want me to roll anything?
You could probably get to this square scrunching up against the wall. Yes, I will need you to roll athletics or acrobatics to jump toward that plank,
Sure, let's
which is
risk it.
partially trapped under the rocks.
Let's risk it for the biscuit. What do we got better?
I am horribly tempted to touch that lever.
Let's do athletics.
Touch it.
Nice.
Yeah, with all the crushed
do
vines
make it.
around.
Onto the plank, and you just kind of like feel it move a little bit, and you hold yourself steady, praying to Nocturnal Lady Luck for help.
Ooh, that's fucking deep, eh? And he'll quickly step over
And
to the
a few
actual
little
rock.
rocks kind of fall off.
Don't make me say it.
1, 2, 3, tink, 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 tink.
Jesus Christ.
And then I'll go over to where there's the chest at.
Okay. In that chest, you find
2 gold.
nope. a copper and a penny soldier. No, I'm kidding.
I swear to
Fucking
fucking God.
Meridia's beacon.
If I get Meridia's
No.
beacon, it's like,
Another
ah,
hand
yes.
touches the beacon.
Oh, ew, this is touched by Nocturnal.
Just throws that into the chasm.
and peers
Whee!
back in his hand. Ah!
Just imagine the
No.
VR game where you have like you're the warlock in the tower and you have that skull talking to you, and he
Oh,
just
God, yeah.
he throws Meridia's beacon in the hole. It's like we ah.
But you do find 5 platinum and a lesser potion of healing.
Not completely bad. More platinum for my platinum collection. And a lesser potion of healing. Add that. Yeah, I can't do it from the sheet. Whoops. There we go.
And that's what you find in there. You do find a potion, which is useful. Seeing as your heal bot is currently on hiatus.
Oh god, I'm lagging.
Oh no. Oh no.
Importer,
Oh.
please.
Yeah, the importer is kind of big.
Oh,
You want me to put on your sheet for you?
please. it's
Okay.
very annoying.
It's alright, blue-haired lady has it handled.
Can you help me get across this gap?
No.
Oh,
I wanna see
okay.
you suffer.
You wouldn't be able to see me, Alir, because I'm invisible.
JK,
I can
you're
see
on your own.
all.
Godspeed.
Mm.
I don't. Are you even in the same room as Caltrin and I?
I thought that we'd gone over there.
Like
There you
over
go.
here.
I am alone.
I called
looking
it
down
lesser
a hole.
potion of healing. It wasn't a lesser potion of healing in 5e standards. I'm an idiot.
You guys are
Cool.
making it too easy for us.
I wrote it in Skyrim terms, okay? I won't have you roll again to jump back across. You make it.
Hell yeah. Alright.
And there is a switch. Feldryn does, after trying to reach around and feel for a lock, he does walk down to where Caldron went. Did you find anything down that way?
A wee bit of cash and a potion.
Oh, good, you didn't fall down the hole.
I did not.
Well, there seems to be lever as well.
Didn't want to throw it because, you know, it's a bit rusted. It might break off. And, well, I'm not the master of levers. That would be this one right here.
I don't even want to know what that means.
It means he's good at throwing levers. I'm being literal, Feldryn.
No. Well, then throw lever. Let's see what happens.
Throw the lever, Caldron.
Pull the lever, Crunk!
Well, maybe best to have everybody out of the room before I do. Finally spend night with glare eye, immediately get killed by a lever.
Dead.
This romance ain't going nowhere. Get your invisible ass out of this room.
You don't know I'm there.
Baron continues to be glued to Feldryn Sensei.
He acts like he's walking out, but he stays there.
Ew, woo, Feldryn Sensei.
I love you, Senpai.
Alright, I'm gonna pull the lever.
Okay. You hear a door click and open at the far end.
Alright,
I
cool.
think that did it.
Go back.
Tiny, you would be able to see the door just open. I think Tiny's dead, guys.
Thurby really went like,
Well.
huh?
Sorry, I'm also eating dinner. So,
Don't choke.
yeah, Tiny just calls out the door's open, and he's following the group.
Okay. Oh, this place just got a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was supposed to be a monastery to
Zenithar.
Zenithar, so not really surprised that the lower portions are a bit bigger.
What is
This
it,
is
Zenithar?
one
Like
of
the
the
god
Ancient
of
larger-
again?
gods always compensate for something, don't they?
What is he the god of again?
Craftsmanship.
What were you going to
Oh.
say, Alira?
Actually, I was just to say this is one of the larger churches, so
Caldron, what you
clean
see
them.
is a woman constantly folding the same piece of clothes. She would set it down, pick it back up, refold it, set it down, pick
Oh,
it back
there's
up,
a
almost
furry
as
in
if
there.
she's stuck on a loop. Oh my god, a furry! No, see, you see
Feldryn?
you see a Cathay Khajiit standing there, just
Oh, that's a
staring.
cat. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was
you
like, there's a
dingus.
furry in here.
Loki forgot we were in Elder Scrolls for a second.
I did. Sorry.
Nox moment.
He
Yeah.
seems to be constantly locking the same lock on this chest right here. It seems like the people down here are stuck in a loop or unable to do things of their own will.
Hmm.
Well, this is strange. Prim, why are you repeatedly running into the door?
He's also on a loop.
Oh
Oh,
god!
Oh no, they got Mr. Feldryn.
Oh no!
DM,
He's
is there
gonna
anything in
go-
the room that I'm in?
A simple table set for one with a fancy meal, all set up and ready to go, still hot.
Okay, that was gonna be my question. Tiny is gonna look to the nearest person to him, which I guess is Alira, and he's like, this food is still hot. Someone was just here. We should go
There
warn
are
the others."
people here. And he is gonna go and check out the two people. This is strange.
What is this room that we're in? Is there like anything of note aside from the Khajiit?
This is a storage room. You see
Oh.
like various preserved foods, tools, weapons, cheap weapons, almost like prepared to arm a lot of people really quickly. And 31. Alira. Listen to magic. The more people you cast gaze on and hold at once, I think we know why it was warped. They can't think for themselves. There's too many under this person's control.
Cast it on so many people. You'd have
The
to be
Khajiit just doesn't
very
even
strong
notice you
mage.
guys. Oh my god, would you guys stop fucking in the middle of a dungeon? Jesus.
He's the one doing it. Ow.
Now you can't move!
Jeez, we need to neuter that man.
Time to put baby in a corner!
We're
Look
taking
what
him
you
to the
did,
bed
none
right
of us-
now.
Hold on. I know how to put baby in a corner. Give me a
None of-
sec.
None
Go
of
to
us can
baby
move
jail.
Time to go to baby jail.
We need to take him to the vet immediately.
Gotta get castrated.
No.
There! He's in a corner now.
That wouldn't really help because it's glary over and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Do I have that door see-through?
No.
Okay, let me fix that. Sight restriction, none. Light restriction, none. Boop. There you go. Now you can see through it. Enjoy. Put baby in a jail.
They sent my husband to prison.
If you guys come over, you can see where he trapped him.
Freaking. You want this to be the
Blue
perfect
haired
time
lady
to
has had enough.
This would be actually the perfect time to have Emmy like places a spell on Caldron.
The beard is too
Yeah.
much for him. He's now locked in a war with it.
Now behave yourself. Because all I have to do is Control Z to come bring that back.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're saying that the gaze spell, it has limits.
It does have its limits. You control too many people, concentrate on too many at once if you're a powerful enough mage. It will have quirks. And he does motion to the Khajiit, who is constantly locking and unlocking the same thing. I want to note that one also looks incredibly thin. The woman, she looks a little less thin, but she also looks thin. And she's, in Tiny, you now see it, she's repeatedly folding the same piece of clothing over and over and over.
Tiny will go back and ask back to Crap Feldryn and be like, is the only way to free them that magic you did earlier, or is it like we can just like throw water on their face?
Find the person who did it. Break their concentration, they'll all be free. I free too many more with Dispel Magic. I think the person will start noticing.
He looks to Alira and he's like, I'm not sure how that your detect magic works, but is there like a phone, or I don't know, phone or essentially like, is there like a fishing line that connects the person to the spellcaster?
In a way, almost like it's a mental line between the spellcaster. It's not anything visible or tangible.
Okay, yeah. Tiny doesn't know he's asking Alira. He's like, yeah, someone.
It's almost like spinning too many plates on sticks for this person.
Right. Understand. But Tiny's like, oh yeah, if someone's thinking about it, like spinning the stick, they need to be nearby, or we can follow it, right?
Yes, I see that person too, and he is going to pick the get ready to pick the lock, and then look to Farron. I want to see what you could do. And he steps aside to allow you to pick the lock.
No pressure.
All right.
No pressure.
I'm gonna get
Only a dude that's been a thief for over 200 years.
And your childhood hero or some shit.
Just
Roll
like
with disadvantage.
just
more like a religious figure.
Mm-hmm.
Basically Jesus.
Roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, he's basically Jesus.
Listen, okay.
Alright, just the normal with my thieves' tools, I suppose.
He's Dunmer Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
He leans towards you, a little to the left. Roll again for advantage.
Thank you. He is
By
looking
the way,
very
that's
nervous.
a joke from Monday game. He teases
Nat
the
20,
thief in that
goddamn.
group with that. It works. You go a little to the left and you hear a click, and then you just slowly look. He just gives a smirk.
Like, oh, that's how you do that.
I've been at this over 200 years.
Thank you, Mr. Feldryn.
Door unlocks, and you swing it open. And there's just a man sitting there with a set of keys in his hand, staring off into space. Protect keys. Protect keys. Just a blank, dead stare. There's nothing behind those eyes. And he's just repeating the same phrase over and over again. It's a shelf of alchemy reagents.
Tiny looks back to the magic people and he's like,
Worry
you
about
just
it
look
later.
like... No? Okay.
Worry about it later when we solve this. And he goes over to the man and he is going to wipe the keys. It takes a moment and the guy's hand catches, but he does lift the keys out and holds it. And the man just continues to sit there. Protect keys. And he backs off. Well, shall we?
Let's go.
On our way.
And he pulls out his axe.
He unlocks the door. And after a moment, looking up to you, Tiny, I'm going to point out he is shorter than you. Feldryn's 5'8". You're like 7 foot, so he's looking up to you. He's average Dunmer height.
Okay.
Peepaw.
And he opens the door, and what you see is a Breton woman charging what looks like a large amount of energy on this plinth in front of her. And she is wearing ornate, almost like scale mail armor that seems to gleam with silvers, golds, and other precious materials, and seems to have like ornate carved in knots and like various tools of craft on it. And you can see magic pouring out of it and down her arm into this massive magic before her.
Did I say I readied an action as Feldryn was looking at me as he opened the door?
Yeah.
Is she facing our direction or the other way?
The other way.
I'm readying an action to theoretically sprint as far as I can and tackle anyone who looks hostile.
Currently, the young kid that looks about 16 years old and the old man are just staring straight ahead. You come, and you watch as the old man stand up and pull the kid up, who can't really do anything for himself. This kid looks like he was freshly done. This may be the one that you heard about from this morning. And he starts walking forward, and she reaches out and starts pulling magic out of the kid. Magicka out of the kid, like pulling from his source. Stop her. And with that, Feldryn's going to rush in, pulling out his swords and throwing aside his cloak.
Towels and cast Eldritch Blast on the woman.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I have to rage to get that book.
Can I have Feldryn try to conceal himself in the corner of the room?
Yeah, as your surprise action, you can.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
DM, with Feral Pounce, I can move half my movement as a bonus action as I rage.
Okay.
I can get there while raging, and then I'm going to grapple her.
Okay, we're going to go in order of what you roll for your surprise round, so please roll your initiative.
Huggies.
Nice.
Beautiful,
Yes,
220s.
That's the first nat 20 for your initiative, Nox.
Finally, a decent roll today. Oh my god.
And Farron still got higher than you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
makes sense.
it's going to start with Feldryn, go to Farron, who are very close to each other in turn order. Then Glarier, Caldron, Alira, Tiny, then Towson, then followed by Elion Mirand. Feldryn pulls out both of his swords, and you watch as his eyes glow kind of like an azure, almost like azure eyes for a moment, and he zips forward 25 feet in a streak of purple light, and it does 2 strikes on her, one with Hope Fire, one with True Flame. Almost seems to pass through the kid, too. Both hit.
Get her, get her!
And I believe this is Farron's first time seeing him fight, correct?
Yep. Sure is.
So.
Oh, should we get to see True
18
Flame?
points of damage. Oh, I forgot to roll the other formula on True Flame. So 18 plus 12, so that's 30 points of damage on her.
Jesus.
You watch as he does a spin with both of his swords and strikes out at her. And Farron, it is your turn.
Alright, Aaron is going to try to conceal himself into the corner of the room so that he can bide his time for a sneak attack of his own.
Okay. She hasn't gone yet, so it would count as a sneak attack. Or as, you are no, you're a thief.
Yeah.
But you still should have that feature to steady aim, sneak attack. I don't think you do. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I was thinking assassin rogues. So are you just gonna sneak and hide?
For now, yeah.
Okay, roll stealth.
I can do that.
You think you're hiding? Yeah, I should be hiding. I'm just standing on this pile of rubble in a corner, and she can't see me, right? Glarier, you're up.
All right. Where's my? How far is she? Okay, not that far. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on her.
Okay. Okay. Oh, right. She needs to make a wisdom save. My brain.
Okay.
She saves.
Take half of whatever this is. Damn.
After that.
9.
Are you right up on her?
Me?
Oh, wait.
no.
No, you're casting Chalet. Never mind.
Yeah.
Feldryn, you're up.
Yay.
Get her.
Do I have to go around the man in front of me, or can I go through?
You could go through because they're too, like, out of it to stop you. They won't fight you. So you're just kind of, like, slightly pushing past them.
Oh, what the?
Oh. Bye, Tiny.
Well, because sorry, I just realized DM said that I didn't go yet, so Tiny would have.
Yeah, no. No, Tiny didn't go
after.
yet, so.
Yeah, so sorry, I moved him out of the way. He hasn't gone yet.
Hello, woman.
Another one. Great. You do not see any auras on this lady. She's not a revenant. She's not undead. She's not a lich. She's not anything.
Oh, great. Normal.
She's a normal ass person. She hasn't even dealt in a lot of death because you do see the fog of a lot of death on Feldryn because he does kill people, but nothing on her. That hits.
7 damage. Normal. Other formula.
Okay. 18 plus 5. Apply damage. Not healing. Apply damage.
Match.
That hits.
Oh. 15 plus other formula.
Wait. Why is the damage not applying? The damage has not been applying for you guys. Let's try this again. Like half. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't applying damage for play. There we go. Okay. Apply.
Action surge.
Okay. Oh, you can't use action surge on
Oh.
a surprise round.
Okay. I'll do that. Okay. Never mind then.
Alira, you're up.
Oh, she's
You
gonna-
do sense the strong enchantment coming from her.
gonna
in several
stand up
different
to the
tethers.
side. And her face is just like truly angry, which kind of unusual for her.
Oh shit, she should be rolling concentration checks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope.
Immediately breaks. On Feldryn's first hit, it immediately breaks. And these two snap out of it, and the kid fucking bolts out the door. And the old man follows after the kid. And then you also hear from the back, if I get out of here, I am going to fucking kill you, bitch. You hear it from this room over here.
Yeah.
Okay, Lyra, what do you... Guiding bolt, that hits.
Yeah, it hit. Let's go, Lyra.
And hearing that voice, Feldryn, he gets a look of fury in his eyes when he stares at the woman. Oh, you are dead for that. Okay, 66. Fly damage. Okay. Tiny, it is now your turn.
Cool. So, so as I rage, I move. I'm 40. I move 20 feet. I can move 60 feet. Yeah, so easy enough to get there. I get to the other side of her. Would I recognize this? I can't ping the thing behind us.
It's a platform with a lot of swirly magic on it.
Does it look like the teleporter?
No, it does not look like a teleporter. It just looks like a hold for magic of some sorts.
Tiny is not sure what he would do, but I think because I said he would try to grapple her, that's what he's going to do. So he's going to try to just grapple her, cast magic. Not sure if that'll work.
Okay.
So athletics, and then I have advantage.
So you're trying to grapple her?
Yes. 28.
I have a feeling you're going to succeed at this. Unless you, no doubt you have her grappled.
I have her from behind, and I have both of her arms like yanked up, so like they're any higher, and she would be like 50 points off the ground.
Yeah, you're just holding her, and this small Breton woman is trying to squirm out of your arms.
Nope. You're not going anywhere. That's his turn.
Now this time, Taliesin, it is your turn.
I'm gonna move a bit, get in range.
You do hear on your turn, Taliesin, a crack of magic from this room back here.
Oh no. Yeah, Taliesin's still gonna. He's still gonna Eldritch Blaster.
On an attack, you do drop invisibility.
Yeah, I know. Would I get advantage because I'm flanking, I guess? Magic flanking? I'm in 15
Let
feet.
me check and see. It does not cross, so no. The center line has to cross her token. Still does not.
Being invisible for the initial shot doesn't count, or?
Does being invisible? No.
No.
Okay.
Really?
What about her being grappled?
Actually, yeah, with the grapple, yeah, it does.
Epic. I do get something out of this. Alright.
It's a little weird. Like, if you didn't know where it was coming from, I feel like you should get advantage for that.
It's fine. Advantage on that. I don't have anything on her.
Oh shit, right, no, he has, Esper feature for increased initiative. He gets an additional 8 to his initiative roll.
They get a 22 hits.
D8. 22 does hit.
Okay. It's 13 damage. It's not like she would go anywhere because she's been grappled by Thribby.
Yeah. She just kind of rebounds back in, like, it stops the rebound, the armor stops the rebound a little bit, it almost reverberates, and you watch as, like, the scales across it shimmer with light for a moment.
As Talzin throws his attack out, he will yell, "You're surrounded. If you care about your life, you will surrender."
Okay. At this, we begin combat. You watch as the door flings open, and out, with a crown of stars around his head, comes a half Dunmer, half Imperial, eyes glowing with black sclera. Oh, you are going to die, you bitch. Where is his... And he actually is going to finger of death her.
Oh shit. Fuck, okay.
He is mad. He mad boy.
Finger of death, you don't fuck around. Well, it's good to know this lady while we lasted.
And she takes 59 damage straight to the chest, and you watch as her skin grows pale and black, veiny, spidering crawls up her face.
Oh, she's not dead yet.
Feldryn, you do notice a revenant cloak around this one. But it's a lot weaker than what you've seen before.
Oh.
Feldryn is going to take a quick look and have a relieved look on his face and immediately continue. Ooh, what is he actually going to do?
Math?
Math, yes.
I meant smack.
Smack, maybe? Well, you know... He might go a little dark with this, because he is real pissed, because he does have Telvanni's spell sculpting.
Ah.
So it's kind of like spell sculpt, but a little bit more refined. It has a little bit more oomph to it. It's technically taught to only Telvanni Magisters, but seeing as he's the Hortator of 5 houses, he knows it. He is going to form a fireball in his hand, bring his hand right to her mouth, and push it down her mouth. He is going brutal with this.
Rasengan.
Yeah. And he's
Oh,
going to
dear.
lean in. I warned you. I was going to kill you. And,
Oh.
he's going to fireball her straight in her mouth. So, she is,
Does she have disadvantage? Because
she has disadvantage because she can't dodge her
Ha!
out of the way. Because he grabs her chin and pushes it down her mouth. There is
Indigestion.
gonna, if it does kill her, there's gonna be a little bit of a blast radius.
Look, as long as the
fine.
armor's not, it doesn't have a problem with it.
I'm so excited.
See, Shade, this is why Cal didn't clean himself yet.
Because we'll get burned off.
Yeah, her
Indigestion.
throat burns, and you watch as fire comes out of her mouth and nose and gouts, and she gasps in pain.
How do you survive that?
Carefully.
Have a lot of health, fire resistance even.
She's not a Dunmer.
She has a lot of health.
Jesus. All
Baron, it is your turn as you watch as first a finger of death from the half Dunmer, half Imperial that just ran out the door looking absolutely angry, and then Feldryn just brutal fashion shove a fireball in her mouth.
He's like, oh my fucking, oh my gods. Anyway, I'm gonna use my full motion first. That's right, 30.
The good news is you don't have to roll for that, Glarior, because you didn't see the fire.
And then I'll use my cunning
You
action.
said it's
to-
coming out of her though.
Out of her nose and mouth. Yeah, her insides are burning currently.
And I'm gonna use
Watch
my cunning
people burn.
action the rest of the way.
Do you want to step into that?
I'd rather not, but I'm trying to find other ways to.
You could go there, right next to Feldryn, and
Alright,
still get flanking off of Caldron.
sweet. So, and I'll use my regular action to stabby stab.
You also don't technically need flanking because you're a rogue. The 5
And she
feet.
hasn't gone yet.
What a shame.
She might. You guys might get the quickest kill. I mean, Sunday Game currently has the quickest at 2 rounds, but you guys might get it in 1.
I assume that hits.
Yes.
Alright, my regular damage first. And then my sneak
Aw.
attack. There it
Hey,
is.
stop it. Now I have hiccups.
Normal. Here we go.
So pretty good.
7 or 5 plus 15.
She is not looking good. Glare, you just... That is some sort of brutality you'd never thought that the very subdued Nerevarine would ever do. He is pissed.
Baron is just sort of getting in on that brutality of his new mentor friend.
Step away from all that.
Back away, back away.
That the wisdom save isn't needed, but he's still fucking scared.
Of
He
what?
watched
The
people
fire
burn
or
right in front of
Feldryn?
him. Both. This is not good memories. There we go.
That hits.
Let's go! I finally hit with that stupid thing.
Hell yeah.
Let's go!
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Fuck this bitch.
As an inky mass pours off your arm and out of Mora's whispers, crawls down and out of your hand and hits her square in the throat.
Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Add more to that sore throat, why don't you?
Feldryn,
Indigestion.
you're up.
Yay! I was just like impressed by what Feldryn
It seems
did.
like she needs some Pepto-Bismol because she now has heartburn too.
Oh.
Oh.
Her
Literal
insides aren't
heartburn.
ash already is kind of
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, she is not doing good. It's likely her internal organs are currently burning out.
Gosh, I wonder why.
Feldryn just looks to the camera with a smile. That hits one. All right, nice hit.
Oof. Wait, what?
Oof.
I have advantage with
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah,
the
you
advantage.
Flanking.
yeah.
Nice.
Nice and nice there.
Nice, nice.
Is she still alive?
Yes.
Somehow.
All right. Action surge.
Okay.
More attacks. And
That does hit. I may need to make a correction. He does not have Crown of Stars yet.
That's a lot of
Fair.
damage.
It's pretty good. She is
Yeah.
almost down.
And that's my turn.
Alira, you're up. This woman is
Twelve.
getting held and absolutely fucking beat upon.
Yeah. I think she's just going to say,
But
like,
what
she's
you
still
do-
heckin' angry.
Yeah, what you do notice is she's wearing the armor of Zenithar.
Oh hey.
Oh,
It
hey.
is inert right now. It is not responding to her will.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey! That's the thing that you and Gerard were talking about.
So convenient.
No! It's almost like the blue-haired lady dropped it there for you.
I think she's
And
just
made
going
an
to.
entire whole quest for you to get it.
No way. That would be so convenient.
Use that
for the
one, like,
campaign
Skyrim
start.
perk.
Yeah.
Use that one Skyrim perk to, like, change NPC's armor.
Yeah, so she's just gonna, like, shout out, like, the minds of all of those innocent people. What have you done? And she's going to cast 3rd level Scorching Ray. Question, do I have advantage? Because is she still grappled?
Yeah, you get advantage. No, you are not magic flanking.
But
Okay.
Tiny is still holding her.
Book grappled.
Yeah, that is true. So yes, advantage.
Okay, then I'm not sure if the attack button is gonna. Oh, let's just see what happens. Oh, it does let me. And she's gonna slide her hand across the book and cast it as psychic damage instead of
Okay.
normal fire.
Ooh.
Because
Alright.
she's still thinking about all of those innocent people, and she's just
Hell
freaking angry
yeah,
about
dude.
that.
You watch as the book shimmers, and then the fire changes to psychic damage in your hand, and you fling it out. Nice. Natural 20.
Good shit, dude.
First one, second one. There's 4 of them.
Another natural
Oh my
20.
Well,
God.
shit. Okay.
I think
Yeah,
she
Lyra.
might get the words. You know,
Uh,
the Matt Mercer words. Don't sue me, critical though. You got one more.
I cast it at 3rd, so I actually have 2 more.
Oh, good. That hits.
Okay, that one's normal.
How you want to do this is under Creative Commons. He doesn't care.
Oh,
And
throw that
one more.
final one.
Aw, that was almost a 20.
No, that you
Oh.
rolled it at normal. Roll it at advantage.
Oh shoot, you're right. Sorry.
Roll it one more time. Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah,
There
dude.
you go. That hits.
This one's not.
Oh, rip.
How do you want to do this?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I
She
think.
didn't even
I
get
mean,
a term. You guys took the fucking award here from the Sunday game. How do you want
Like-
to do this?
you know, she's normally a pretty mild-tempered person, but like her face is just furious. So like it's just been getting more angry just seeing all the people. And yeah, she just slides her hand across her book, changing it to the psychic, and you just see like transparent ripple through the air as the scorching rays go through and hit her in her head. Just repeatedly.
As they connect, Feldryn grabs her jaw and squeezes so it hits her straight in the head, giving you an assist on that. And he looks her dead in the eyes. Do not fuck with my family. And final one hits her square in the face and roasts her completely. And that was honestly the quickest combat I've ever done.
Tiny just still holding her body and is like, do I just go put her down or like,
It looks like she's dead,
Body
Dribby.
down.
okay.
You just want to
He
burn your hands up
turns.
to put her down.
And immediately goes to a Surin.
Fern just kicks her corpse once.
And he starts pumping restoration magic into his grandson. I want you, Caldron, to roll a history check for me, or a wisdom check, whichever you feel comfortable with. Actually, no, it is a wisdom check because of your special rules for your memory recollection.
Yay. And oh,
Nice.
You, looking at Asurin, you recall when he was brought in about 4.5 years ago, he was not willing to be a Revenant. He was forced. And this is the half Dunmer and half Imperial that you see.
Very pog.
does he recognize me with my beard?
No, he does not recognize you. If he had saw you, it was only briefly and probably was too freaked out to even remember you anyway. Yeah, he is a pretty boy.
Very pretty boy. Imagine if that was the way he remembered him was from Caldron calling him a pretty boy.
Me and the pretty boy goths. It's very strange for an asexually romantic, but okay. And Feldryn, without a word, does guide his grandson out the door to have a private conversation with him and up into the garden.
So, how many of us would actually recognize that it's the armor of Zenithar?
Alira immediately, because it has the sigil of Zenithar across the front of it. And probably those of you who know anything about the Adric gods would have a recollection of it.
Cool.
Farron probably not, because you literally had to ask Feldryn, what does he do again?
Well, looks like you got yourself your vestige, Alira.
Boy didn't go to school. You think he studies this stuff?
Indeed. Quickly.
Wait,
When I
what?
was talking to... Oh, go ahead.
No, you go first.
When I was talking to Gerard, he thought that it was in the Imperial City vaults. And he'd heard that it was stolen around the same time that we left.
You reach down to start taking off the armor?
Yeah.
Okay. The moment you place a hand on it, it flashes off of her and onto you. It is still unattuned, but you put dormant.
I think she just takes a step back, not expecting that after having watched Caldron, have to put on the whole plate deal.
Well, you are a cleric of Zenithar. He's gonna be like, yep, I want that one. That's mine. She's mine. She follows me. Just looking at the other Adric god, she follows me. She follows me, and everybody's like, we know. God damn it, Zenithar, stop.
Hey, she's the one that makes those dope ass pastries.
Exactly. I taught her that. Yep. That was me. That's my inspiration. So you're gonna search her over? Roll investigation check.
Sure.
Your investigation might be higher. Maybe I should help you.
Sure.
There you go. Help action.
Yeah, my investigation's a -1.
What you do find on her, let me look at her inventory, is a +1 quarterstaff and 27 gold pieces, or 27 platinum pieces.
Just
Damn.
Taliesin, as Taliesin goes to look at the platinum, he is about to throw it to Fribby because he thinks it's gold, but then he looks inside. It's like, do you mind if I have
It's
this?
just a couple copper.
It's really not that much. I don't think you'd like it that much. It's actually
Tiny smiles, and he's like, I know.
Can I do a check on that?
Yeah.
What's the check?
He's not holding the bag, but you could. Tiny would be able to. I'm just gonna roll deception.
I'm wondering if I could see your deception.
To beat a 17.
Probably not, but I don't know what I would roll. For.
Insight.
Oh, insight? Is that what it is?
That's what
Yeah,
insight is.
insight.
It's insight is reading body language.
Body language and
Jeez.
facial expression. Nope.
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
try.
he seems to be telling the truth. But another thing you do notice is first she is wearing a signet ring on her hand, mark of the hand of King of High Rock. And another is there's a tattoo on her underneath her undershirt, because that's what she's in now, is an undershirt and a skirt, is a tattoo of the kingdom of Shornhelm.
Shornhelm.
Stormhelm. Yeah,
Shornhelm.
Shornhelm. Yeah. Words.
Townsend, Tiny would have just smiled and gave you like a knowing look. He's like, I know.
He winks at you.
I know it, but I mean, you take care of us, so I don't mind.
Do you know what this ring means?
That is a that's a signet ring. Let me double check it real quick.
You did notice when you were in the palace, she was oddly absent.
Wait a second. Hold on. Oh shit. This is the there were a couple people that were supposed to be part of Emmerich's council. There's Alistair, the treasurer, Gerard, who's the spy master, and Elian. How do you say it? Eliand?
Elyun Mirand.
Elian Mirand, who was the fucking hand of the king. Fucking
She has
traitor.
a tattoo of the kingdom of Sharnhelm on her chest.
Kingdom of
That name sounds really
Shornhelm.
familiar.
Shornhelm is that's still in High Rock, is it not? And he looks to Alira.
Yeah, that is. Yes, that is. Still in High Rock. And Alira, you would infamously know from stories growing up, is that the kingdoms, the 5 kingdoms of High Rock tend to, or the separate kingdoms of High Rock tend to war with each other quite frequently.
It is our arrival one.
Interesting.
Soul, quick question. How much platinum did you say it was again?
27.
Thank you.
She was a rich bitch. Okay.
Tiny, after we're done searching, Tiny will just take her and just plop her on her shoulder like a bag of flour, not giving her the respect of carrying her out because of what she was doing, and was like, well, we should probably turn her over to the guards.
I actually pretty sure she's dead, but I do have a solution because unfortunately I did want to question her. So I'll
Tiny
just
just looked at you confused. He's like, what? No, I mean, yeah, I know she's dead. We'll just show this to the king.
no, we don't need to. It'd be rather uncouth to show a whole body. You just need the signet ring. I can take that, but I do have a way to question her because, yes,
Just tosses the ring and tells him.
Okay, Tiny puts her back down on the floor.
and this is going to be a question, Soul, but could I use my summon undead spell to quote
That just
unquote
turns
revive
him into
her?
a zombie.
No? Okay.
Yeah. You will need with Speak with Dead to do that.
Okay. The other question I had was I have a feature that's part of Hex Blade called Accursed Spectre. Says you curse the soul of a person you slay temporarily, binding it to your service. When you slay a humanoid, you can cause its spirit to rise from its corpse as a specter, which the specter appears it gains temporary. It basically you kill them, it becomes a specter. So could I
Yeah.
use that?
To speak with the person?
Yeah.
No. You need Speak with Dead.
Okay. Cool beans.
My brother is in town, but him or another cleric would be able to speak with her.
Sure. I mean, if we could somehow bring her back to life, but I don't think that's possible. Because I don't think it
It
was,
is under a minute. You could revivify. It is technically follows the same rules, so you can heal her and bring her
Oh.
back. It's under a minute.
So can I spare the dying for now?
Yeah, you could spare the dying.
Spare the dying.
Okay, you spare the
Wait,
dying on her.
Tiny wants to bind her hands.
Okay.
How
Well,
would you wanna
they'll
live
be
again
stable,
like
but
that?
they'll still be unconscious.
Yeah,
Tiny will bind
and
her hands.
like the burn in her mouth and throat do heal a little bit from that too.
Gotta replace her entire organ structure.
Feldryn was very unhappy about her having his grandson.
Do we want to question her here or someplace else?
I think it'd be a good idea to question her here because she might be less tempted to talk in front of a bunch of people that probably would want her dead to begin with, and she could lie. So, you know, might as well do it here first and
You
then
hear
confirm it.
Feldryn from the doorway. In front of the king, so she can answer for what she did.
Right.
Asurin is not around.
Well, then she could be paraded through the streets and then be like a nice little thing for them to actually judge her properly.
She deserves no less for
Exactly.
everything she has done.
So that's why I question her here first, so she actually admits it, because, you know, you also are the one here that can get the questions answered. And you could just threaten to kill her again.
Would love that.
Excellent. And while he's...
The king believe you that the hand of his hand did all of this, unless she says it in front of him.
Fair point. While he's talking, Talzin's going to investigate the magic circle thing.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
He does haul her up by, like, her shirt and hold the back of her and just basically potato sack her over his shoulder with one hand. It's that strength again.
Tiny goes,
18?
Yes.
That was a magical bomb, essentially.
Oh.
Boy.
What's your intelligence score, Alira?
18.
18? It takes you a moment in the calm of this, and you're like thinking about positioning of the city. You're almost underneath the palace right now. She may have been trying to blow up the palace with all these dignitaries here.
We should get rid of this as soon as possible.
I agree.
The bomb had dissipated because she got knocked and killed, then brought to spare the dying, but
Never mind.
Talzin
platform.
Talzin will look back to Feldryn. The only reason I wanted to question her here first is to ask her about Cylanir, and I don't want to mention Cylanir in front of the king yet until we're properly warded for the meeting.
Asurin says she knows nothing of that.
What else does he say about her?
Probably internal High Rock politics.
That's bloody,
But what would she be doing at the Imperial City Vaults?
That is a good question.
That is a question to find out how she got a hold of that armor.
Right. Oh.
Let's go. And he carries her out and back up to the surface and towards the palace with you guys behind. And as you get to the palace, he leads you in, looks around, looks to one of the maids of the palace. Where's King Emmerich? She sees, like, the unconscious hand of the king over his shoulder, goes pale, and she shakily points toward the throne room.
Brilliant.
And you walk toward the throne room, right behind Feldryn. He opens the doors with one hand, step inside. And what is your walking order, by the way? Just out of
Taliesin would be
curiosity.
in front because he wants to be the asshole that announces it.
I'd want to be behind.
Farron
How
is
far-
following Mr. Feldryn as close as possible.
Okay. Where is Tiny at? In the back?
Well, Tiny's last. He doesn't like to talk at these things because he
Yeah,
makes
back.
his group look improper.
That brings up the same question for Caldrin. Caldrin, are you also in the back because you don't like talking at these things?
I'm holding
Or
on to
because of your
Glarior.
personality shift, are you, like, a little bit more toward the front?
I have my arm wrapped around Glarior.
Oh,
Yeah, Glarior is way the fuck in the back.
okay. You walk in, and you do see Ulfric, and Dossie and Emmerich talking to each other, just like facing each other, talking. You do see Arin standing close by to Ulfric with Gerard next to her, arms crossed. And you do see Tavisi standing not too far away from Endossi, and they're all having a heated conversation about possible topics for the actual summit.
As
And
they enter, may I?
Yeah.
As they enter, Taliesin gets really loud to catch their attention. Presenting to the possible future council, your wonderful traitor to the kingdom of Wayrest, your highness. He motions to Feldryn.
Feldryn tosses her body on the floor.
And Taliesin will toss the ring at her face.
And at this point in time, the rest of you catch up, and all of a sudden, Caldrin, you see something. I'm gonna pull you down.
Oh, God.
Hey, yo.
Yes, something comes back to you.
No, he's. Is there another one of the guys' impersonation in the guard?
I have trust issues because of that.
Caldrin, I'm bringing you down. Everybody panic. So this wonderful episode of the Elder Rolls is once again brought to you by Esper. Great new little game for tabletop that's solely based around the Elder Scrolls. We are currently in alpha, and it is being made by our lovely dungeon master here. If you're ever interested in looking more into Esper, I can post the link to the Discord in the chat for you to use, and you can join the server, engage in discussion points, and possibly ask more questions on what Esper is like. A completely different system from your typical tabletop, but more favored towards Elder Scrolls tabletop games, as we learn that many people do like Elder Scrolls tabletop. So if you're interested, I'll drop the link below.
High five.
What?
Just a little quickie. Just a little quick one.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
You do see Gerard look right at you, Caldrin, and frown.
Oh dear.
What?
Anything to say, Caldrin? No? Well, shit. He pulls out his sword, stabs Arin in the chest, then steps back.
Huh?
And you watch as, like, this flesh melts off of him, and this is the face that is revealed to you. Let me pull it up. Nope, not that.
I was hoping I'd be able to hide that I knew.
You can't hide your cloak of black. You can't hide that. This is... Why did it change to that one?
Oh,
Fuck, I'll show you in a... Oh, no, it was this one, right? You see this face. As the melts off, you see black spidering up the right side of his face and 3 scars. And he looks at Caldron. Well, shit. Stabs Arin in the chest, pulls back, pulls a strange-looking black soul gem, crushes it, and you watch as he disintegrates into nothing. And he's gone.
Tiny
By
runs
the way,
to Arin.
Arin's on the ground now,
Tiny-
bleeding
Tiny
badly.
runs to her.
Alira!
Yeah, run over, pump in 4th level.
Oh, I wanted to make that 2nd level. Shit. Hold on.
And pull up Arin's sheet because she needs to make a couple con saving throws at disadvantage.
You're
That's the
healing this
first
bitch.
one. Feldryn is going to join in on that healing too. He's
Tiny tried to catch her so she doesn't or brace her fall as she goes down.
Yeah, you rush forward and you catch her just before she hits her head on the marble. And she gasps as the healing is pumped into her, and she still looks very, very pale, but the wound is closed and she is not bleeding anymore. Alira, you would be able to sense a strong poison while healing her.
She's still poisoned. Is there someone here that can heal that? She calls out.
And Dossie approaches. I can. And he pulls back his sleeves and pumps like a greater poison healing into her, and pulls out the poison and lets it splash to the ground. What the hell was that? And Emmerich just seems to be staring in shock both at Ilun's body on the ground, who is just now starting to wake up, and where Gerard was. And Ulfric seems to be helping her up slowly. What happened? Who was that, Emmerich?
They're looking at me.
No, they're talking amongst each other. They don't know. These guys don't know what you are.
Yeah, I'm good.
The party may be looking at you, though, because they know you're the 6th anchorite. And they just watch this guy's face melt off into a slightly different face and then just disintegrate himself.
Did we see him look at Cauldron?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, looking straight at Cauldron.
Talzin looks at Caldron.
Looking at Arin just to make sure she's alright.
Caldron's gonna try to slowly motion towards the people that don't know. Do you really want me to say something in front of them?
Yeah. We are going to discuss this. And Ulfric lifts her up and carries her out of the room with Indossi and Feldryn following behind. Guards, get her to a cell now. I want to question her. What was that? Emmerich finally looks to you. Oh.
Well, that is part of the things that we wish to discuss with you, because it's very important. Do you have a warded room?
No, not at this moment. And I don't trust anybody now, seeing as my left and my right hand just decided to betray me.
Well, I can certainly be for sure that one of them is not working for the other person. Your right hand had something, a tattoo on them involving Shornhelm, and there was a bomb placed what we can presume to be under your palace, and we stopped that. You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you.
That man, I'm not entirely sure, but I assure you we will tell you if you get us a warded room, because we cannot trust anybody to hear this unless it's just you and us in a warded room. And he's looking like very serious as he says this.
And you're saying this as like they're walking out with Arin. Feldryn turns on heel. Follow me.
Well, you can definitely trust the
Hey.
Neverine, that's for sure.
Yeah. You guys all follow him, and all of you go up to a quiet room. The room where Arin and Ulfric are staying at, like a series of rooms. And Feldryn immediately, with the help of Indasi, casts a massive ward around the room.
All right.
Talk.
And Taliesin says fucking everything. And I mean everything. Probably takes like about 20 minutes to explain.
Arin, who is looking weak and pale, then why did they stab me?
Because they know you're a threat. I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to kill you either, and he points at Feldryn.
I'd like to see them try. They already have my fury for what they did to my grandson.
Feldryn, I understand that you're powerful, but they killed the Sorcerer King.
You see Emmerich kind of cover his mouth. Would it be, and Ulfric speaks up, would it be safe to say they're coming after all leaders?
Aye.
That explains why you called up to us, Feldryn.
Aye. We had no choice because we didn't know how far along you were. And with that in mind, there's a lot...
Doesn't answer who the fuck Gerard is.
Well... And then he looks to Caldron.
Is Finnick versus. You fucking called it, Shay.
Yeah, you called it.
Yeah, that's why I gasped. I'm like, that's him. That's that motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
Yep, you guys just finally ran into the hero, the fallen hero of the plane meld. You wouldn't believe how giggly I was when you pointed out I was on Fennec.
Fucking bitch.
You don't know what I know.
And when he spills like everything, that includes the stuff about the Thalmor and who's leading it, and like what he is and what they're trying to do.
Man, it's really true that you never want to meet your heroes.
Yeah, you know, you really don't. I mean, except for two of them. These two are not going to go bad, but...
Aaron's just like, yeah, I can't
one of them's
relate.
currently laying on a bed, weak as fuck.
So, as this includes everyone, that means that, aside from our friend here who didn't know who he was until a few moments ago, and I mean days.
How did you know?
Did I know what?
No, she's looking at Caldron. How did you know that it was him? He had some sort of magic. His face melted off. I saw that much. Hey, you're finally awake.
She just restarts
Oh
her
God,
journey.
we cycled back in time.
Hey, you.
You're finally awake.
You know what? Fuck it. Cal's just gonna explain everything to himself.
I'm sorry, what? You on their whole plan? She kind of gasps and holds at her chest. I'm fine. She does look pretty pale and weak. For a lady who's already pretty fucking pale.
We need to get you a fucking potion, eh?
I have to make one later. Thank you, Clarier.
He doesn't say anything.
Well, considering that...
Ulfric looks oddly quiet, like he's at a loss for fucking words. And Arin has previously mentioned that he does like stories of the past. And she does look to him. You alright? The hero of the plain melt just stabbed you. He's supposed to be dead. And he's not. I mean, Feldryn's technically immortal. Feldryn rolls his eyes.
Right. What's more concerning is the fact that's why we sent Feldryn to check on you lot in the first place, because we weren't entirely sure if he or Araclane were going to be tailing you.
And there's a possibility they could try again if they realize they didn't succeed in killing me.
Well, considering that mana bomb... Not mana bomb, sorry, this isn't WoW. Magica bomb is pretty much
Work.
disabled. Shush.
Everybody
considering the Magica bomb is...
Nothing you're doing.
I'm going to kill you. It's disabled now, no thanks to, he nudges Feldryn. You should be safe, and I would recommend that you also see to the, if they haven't broken free themselves, see to all the people that are a bit too weak, that are down by the Temple of Zenithar.
I will have that seen to immediately. How many people were down there?
I think we counted, what, 6? Looks to the group.
That matches up to reports. Unfortunately, my right and left hand are both traitors of different sorts, one from the kingdom of Sharnhelm, and the other apparently an agent of Manamarco, who is over 900 years old.
Well, at least you know that your shared enemy for your possible upcoming war is a shared enemy that we have. He gives like a really shit-eating grin.
Well, that's just great. Ulfric just kind of presses a hand to his head. Either way, this needs to be solved, and we need to find out where he went.
Right.
Feldryn, you would know he didn't fucking kill himself. That was a way to get out of there. You don't know where he went, you can't recall, but you know he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Because you've seen him do it before in the escape from Orgnum.
He's not dead. He's sent for his way to escape from Orgnum.
That settles it. He's alive. Somewhere.
Oh, by the way, Calvin did mention the part that he did kill the Lich King.
Yeah. Or no, the Lich King. Oh my God!
You
poor
killed
Arthur.
Arthas? Holy shit!
No, fuck.
The Sorcerer
Is
King?
he considered like Lich God or something too?
Orgnum is not. He, like other high-level mages, extend their life through magic. like Vanis Galarian, like Manamarco did, like Neloth does.
No, that's
like,
just the Sorcerer
Debate
King.
Fear does. Yeah, he's just the Sorcerer King.
Technically, the Lich King is Manamarco.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. Arthas, is that you? Gross. They both have long white hair, I mean.
So if you killed Arthas, he deserved it.
Yeah. He killed Arthas and took over his spot.
I don't know, Arthas kind of had a point, though.
Yeah, burning boats is fun.
Burn the boats and
yes,
purging
burning an
Stratholme.
entire town is a good idea.
Yeah, it is. He had a point. Manamarco didn't. Also, he's an elf.
Oh, jeez.
I'm joking. Anyway.
Anyways. Alright, you lot can leave. We have a lot to discuss.
Right.
But this is going to be a discussion during the summit, and we will make sure that the council room is warded.
Much appreciated. Is that Ulfric speaking or Emmerich?
Emmerich.
Okay. He's gonna look to Ulfric. Hi, King.
Yes.
No, this is probably the worst time to do
Your
so.
money.
Aye, because we do need to prepare a bit, and we are in probably one of the most allied, magically acclimated cities in the entirety of Tamriel. At least on our side.
Arin points to her bag, sitting behind you in the corner on a chair, Glarior. Hands me my bag.
Yeah, he does so.
You wanted to carry the money out in the open, Ulfric. I didn't see any other way. I have a magic bag. And she kind of flinches a little bit at the pain in her chest. Okay, you hand her bag.
Yeah.
She reaches in, like her arm halfway in, and pulls out a box and thunks it down on the bed the best she can.
Thribby.
It is a pretty heavy box.
Did she ever take the ale Tiny gave her?
I don't think she's in the shape to be drinking right now.
She
That-
said she needed
and
a
she
health
is-
potion.
She has previously stated she does not drink.
Health
Oh,
alcohol.
Oh,
Yeah,
I give her
she
the
does not
juice
drink
bottle
alcohol.
then. I give her
Yeah.
the juice bottle.
Thank you, I'll drink it later. I'm not really in the mood to drink or eat anything.
That's fine for later.
Like
But then
those
yeah,
last ideas, water.
I feel almost as bad as when I got back from facing Alduin.
he then picks up the box, or he like helps move it, I guess, into Allison's bag of holding.
Sure.
Emmerich is just looking at her like, what the fuck? Because he did not know she was the Dragonborn.
Oh, yeah, Dragonborn.
I'm the Dragonborn.
Hmm.
And you, she points to you, Telson. You told Ulfric.
Told him what?
I'm the Dragonborn. You think he was gonna keep that from me?
I mean, you told us quite later on that you were marrying the bastard. No offense, Hiking.
I was in the middle of Cyrodiil. Do you think I'm gonna go flashing that around?
You're also in the middle of a bed dying to a poison, so might not want to talk it much, you know?
Not dying,
Smiles.
we healed her. She's fine.
She just takes like a piece of paper off the nightstand, wads it, and throws it at your face.
Moves out of the way.
Tiny's accidentally gonna get hit by stepping in front of it as he's putting things into the box.
It's like
Paper cut! You take 1 point of damage.
0.5 damage.
He like
It's
he
got a
shifts
round
with the
up,
box.
though.
He shifts with the box in his hand and almost like drops it, and then proceeds to push it into the bag of holding. I'm assuming Talison's opening his bag of holding.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. He looks at you later.
Anchor it, a Dragonborn, and
and
never walk into a room. Right. King Emmerich, do you know where your best apothecary and shop for magical items is? We would need to go there quite swiftly.
Off to the left from the King's Rest Inn. You will see them. They're right next to it. Signs standing proudly out front.
Excellent. I'm assuming that you will be in this relative room. Not when we get back, but for Aaron's sake.
Yes. We have much to discuss, and I think we're going to utilize this ward.
Right. We should let you do that, and we will be back.
On the way out, find Subesh. She should be down in the main hall. Let her know I wish to speak with them up here.
Right. Notices the distinct lack of Argonians. No wonder it felt a bit less empty in here.
And with that, you guys make your way out, and this is where we'll end today's session.
Someone carry Farron.
Tal will
Oh, by
carry
the
him.
way,
So
let's actually go over this. Because like Alira and Farron kind of got pushed to the back. I want to cover what's going through them right now because I've been seeing you guys type in chat. Alira, this has all happened so fucking fast. You just watched your family friend dab Orin in the chest, his face melt off, and then into a cloud of ash.
Yeah, and I literally talked to her this morning.
Yeah. What's even more unnerving is you guys now know how friendly Fennec can be.
She's just like, how long has this been going on? Like,
That was my question.
You don't know. That's a question for Fennec.
You're gonna like run into your mom or something. All of a sudden, it's just gonna be him in a dress.
God.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's
He
gonna
does
be
no
your
flesh
stepdad.
sculpting magic.
It's gonna be your long lost brother. It's actually Finnick in mask. Not even a good one.
Not even a good
I was your wife all along.
Ah! He was Tiny's best friend, the half giant, the whole time.
Oh, you will.
He's
regret that
everybody.
I was your sister Farron all along.
I mean, unless you can affect his.
It's just
Can flesh magic affect their like age, quote unquote? Like, can they seem to grow old or like be younger?
It was previously revealed to you that revenants do not age.
Okay, so anyone who knew someone as a child is safe from being an imposter.
Yeah, he can't make him. The spell flesh sculpt works similar, but more souped up version of like the disguise self. It actually, instead of just like a magical visage, flesh sculpt actually makes you that race temporarily. In this case, he only changed his face a little bit. Just a little bit to hide his scars and the black veining from his necromancy usage. So.
Right,
And he
well,
supposedly wasn't lying this morning? So
Oh.
I'm just like, what?
I forgot. What was that lie about? Because I was like, I think I was typing something and I forgot to put it in my notes. I need it for the,
Yeah, he was on actually telling you 100% the truth.
Yeah, it was just some stuff from her backstory, because, like, Grandpa was a magey person as well as a baker, so they would do some sorts of experiments related to magic and baking stuff. And, like, the only people that knew about it was her,
And
Grandpa,
Fennec.
and Gerard.
Yep.
Or Fennec? Question mark?
Fennec.
But yeah, he was, like, she asked if he told anyone else, and he
Yeah.
didn't. He said no, and he seemed to be saying the truth.
Mm-hmm. He was telling the truth. Well, maybe. Actually, Roll an insight. Why'd you roll a post insight check on that?
For a nat 20 insight? Damn.
Because I'm gonna roll off of his sheet too. Okay. Actually, yeah, I'll go off the nat 20. I'll go off the nat 20 from when you were reading.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll this on my phone. Because I don't want to give away too much of his stats yet, because he is an endgame boss. Okay. What was your question again?
Did he tell anyone about your experiments? Because like
He might
Selenia
have
brought
been
it up before.
fibbing mildly. He
Something felt
probably
off,
told
but
Silenir.
she couldn't put her finger on it yet.
He probably tells Silenir everything. Because here's the thing, Feldryn. A little bit more of Fennec is coming back to you. You remember distinctly conversations between you, Fennec, and Silenir, and where Fennec happily said, well, if you weren't fucking Manamarco before he turned into a god, and I was an Altmer, I would be his right hand. That's how trusted Fennec is.
God.
And that's kind of fucking disturbing.
Finnick is fucking gossiping. Selenir's fucking Marco.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely image.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Anybody got brain bleach? Somebody invent bleach in this world? Just
Farron is
picture
even more
Silenir
disturbed.
and Manamarco fucking.
And here I thought I was going to actually give up drinking. Now I'm going to go back to it. Thank you, Feldryn.
It's like walking in on your. It's like walking in on your grandparents doing the data.
And the worst part is you fucking laughed at that.
Farron is already way more disturbed even than he already was.
Is Farron curled up in a corner yet, sucking his thumb?
He's pretty much just fucking sitting on like next to the wall and just being like, "Whoa, blue screen of death."
No.
Shinji chair pose.
Yeah. Oh no. So yeah, that's 2 anchorites in high places of government for who knows how long.
Are there any other anchorites I should know about?
No, it's just the 6. And one of them's on your side.
Thank God for that. So are we ending the session now?
Yeah, we are ending the session now.
Alright, thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't done so yet, shoot me a follow or subscribe to my YouTube. The VOD will be uploaded within a day. Hopefully we will see you next Wednesday. Have a good night.
Good night.
Night, people.